Nobody's here yet. Wow, that went fast. That went really fast actually this time. Let me sign
Good
in
connection.
the chat. We get a good connection, boys.
We got shot glasses too.
Yeah, close enough.
I can do shots of myself.
We'll have a sip of the stuff, the sauce, if you will.
Bit of the sauce. Welcome to Revival Motoring.
John Blaze.
This is the Christmas Eve edition.
It is.
Oh, this is actually for the recording. This is the Christmas Eve
Christmas
edition.
Eve edition, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, because this will come out tomorrow.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty sure we missed our whole live audience.
Yeah,
Details by Doug. Happy holidays, Doug.
What's
yeah.
up?
Starting this late, everybody's already asleep.
Yeah, everyone's sleeping, but Santa's coming.
Santa.
Yeah.
Jingle balls.
Jingle balls.
You got your read for this week?
Happy holidays.
Actually, I need to look at
Yeah, I'm going to
something
bring
real
back a
quick.
classic just because of who's here, you know?
Perfect. I just want to make sure.
Get that Manscaped money. Try to get that Manscaped money. Manscaped.
I got to make sure we're not obligated to say something specific yet.
Yeah, well, if we are, you say that. I'll say my terrible read.
Okay.
Hey, yo, Base VR, what up? Thanks for stopping in with these beautiful holidays. We're all very much looking forward to what Nick's going to get us all for Christmas. It's going to be some treads. Let's getting traction for Christmas in my place.
You got some lips for me?
Just tracks this time.
Just tracks.
No, I mean not right now, but I mean later. We got to figure out the lip situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
you got some there.
You
We'll
gonna
go
run?
big.
You gonna run reverse stagger when the front's fat?
No,
I probably
no, no,
should.
no.
That'd be so
I
fun.
probably should.
Please
yeah.
don't do that.
Traction's not
Being flat, Merry
Happy.
Christmas.
Still.
in that current state. Yeah,
Still. Inch and a half in the rear.
yeah,
Okay, we're
1
good.
inch in the front.
we can go with the normal copy.
yeah. I think it was like either after the New Year or at the New Year.
New Year's copy.
Yeah.
January 1st.
Merry Christmas from Being Flat. I think it's actually Christmas Eve there, but he's in the future. Remember?
Yep.
From the land down under.
He is.
Men
Nick,
at work, baby.
Nick,
Men at
before we
work.
get rolling, do
National
you have any
icons.
questions?
I don't think so.
Questions, comments, concerns.
Send it. It is what it is.
Complaints department. What else we got going on? That's it, man.
Yeah.
What's up in the room? Everybody up in the room?
Everybody's got.
Everybody, let's get some high energy.
Everybody's.
Jesus Christ, that was loud.
Yeah, that is fucking
My
loud.
fucking word. Come on.
I scared myself and I hit the button.
Hit it again.
No. Go up a little more.
Young Ben.
I think that's a pretty solid level.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
There you go. Put up a little bit.
Yeah.
Time for a video.
What was it? Wake to Perry.
No, that's my buddy Nick.
That's gonna be known for me, dog. Legend. That's gonna be known for me,
A
dog.
legend.
Acid Jesus. Folk de jour.
69 is my
What do I
favorite
got
one.
going on here? Should I grab maybe instead of a water, I'll grab a little bit of fucking energy drink.
The rich.
7:45. You know.
I figured we're gonna
What's the
need
big
it.
deal?
Yeah, I'm.
I have so much to do when I get home.
What it do?
I have so much to cook. Yeah. I have a lot to prep for tomorrow.
It's
So
the worst day to start late.
yeah.
Cooking podcast.
I wish. Yeah.
Grab
Guys,
me another one of
my
these.
hair okay?
Holy.
I think your hair's just fine, buddy.
At least you have hair. I suppose it could be worse.
It could be worse. Yeah, my guy went a little nuts. Love my hair guy. Big shout out to Dave out there. I went over to the barbershop, got updated on all the big QAnon conspiracies. I love hitting that barbershop, man. Those guys are fucking going hard in the paint of my
Of course they
barbershop,
are.
dude. Big shout.
They didn't cut any freaking letters into your head, though.
No. There's a Q on the back. Dude, every time I go to the barbershop, those guys just bring me up on the conspiracies, and they think I don't know. And I'm like, oh, I'm deeper than all you motherfuckers.
I tried getting
boy.
a haircut before
you
for Christmas.
wanna
I couldn't do it.
Just do a quick. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
All
that
right.
that is. Whoa, my God.
Wait, you try? Oh, you should go and see my boy Dave, man.
That's not what that. That's not what. I'm not a drinker, but I've been told that's not what it's meant for.
Warm tequila is as good as it gets.
Yeah. Your eyes are watering.
I was gonna say he's properly
That
lubed
was-
up now.
That was
We're going.
a little tough.
All right.
It's Christmas Wheels episode,
So
baby.
just as a reference point, the person who brought it had a shot glass, and he sipped that shot glass for about an hour. So we sat here for two. We sat here for two. One was outside while we ate. One was at the beginning of the show. And then about halfway through, he poured himself another. And that brought him through to the end. So
So you're saying I started too fast and too hard.
She might have gone in a little hard.
So the exact opposite of what we just did.
yeah,
Perfect.
No, it
it's
should
so
be-
funny.
Should be fine.
Go hard or go home.
Yeah.
Josh said his name at the taco joint, and I'm like, yeah, what's your last name? What's the name? Garcia. Last name?
Garcia?
I was just like that.
Also
well,
Garcia?
that's it. I already answered you.
Yeah. I'm Garcia.
Garcia. Okay?
Oui. I think we're.
Yeah, let's fucking send it, boys.
Yeah,
We're
we're ready
late.
to roll.
Let's
Let's
party.
do
My
four.
headphones are down. Can I get some? Can you turn my motherfucking headphones up? There I am.
How do you know if you're too up or too down?
Just how it feels, man.
Yeah. Just.
Oh,
by
and
feel.
you'll know as soon as Josh starts playing the music that you went way too hard.
Yeah, that's true. Cranking it in 2020.
Yeah.
Still
You
trying to
think
do
my board was loud? Just wait.
that. Yeah. All right. So here we go. Welcome, everybody. I am Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Hu
All
and Corey.si.
Hello.
On this week's episode, we're going to talk to our friend, Mr. Nick-MR from MR1 Wheels.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
I'm fantastic.
All right.
got that
Little
coursing
warm
through
in
your
the belly?
veins over there.
That tequila's sitting great.
You gonna be all right over there?
I'm fantastic.
Yeah.
We do have a bathroom just beyond that door, so we'll be good. Before we get rolling, this week's episode is brought to you by...
Manscaped. Josh, are your balls not John Blaze enough? Tired of having the same old jacked up dick fro as the other hot boys? Does your junk not get you as noticed as it used to? It's probably time to give that baby a refinish, and I've got just a guy for you. Manscaped and Manscaped Ball Refinishing. He's not a simple trimmer, waxer, first-time ball cleaner upper. No, they are ball enthusiasts. A lot of quick fix boys are basically just combing out your sack. Just like at the club, once the lights comes on, sweet Jesus, no. Manscaped is a full-service ball trimming and refinishing shop. We're talking full-blown trim gear, balm, deodorant, and tumbling equipment. Here's a testimonial from one of our happy customers. Why did I write this? Hi, I'm Chuck Hu. My balls were trimmed by famous blind recording artist Stevie Wonder. He tried, but these babies weren't my Sharia more. Manscaped read through them, and not only unfucked my nuts, but made them better than new. Now these beautiful balls make me realize what a turd the rest of my body is. Thanks, Manscaped. That's right, kids. Get your balls glammed up so you can realize what a turd the rest of your life actually is. Reach out to Manscaped now. Sorry, Junior. Manscaped only works on men, so start saving up. No Manscaped yet. Blocked out till September. I don't think that get on that schedule. That's from a previous read. That's from a previous read.
If you are interested in keeping things cleanly below the belt, visit manscaped.com. Use code REVIVAL, REVIVAL.
Yep.
That's REVIVAL.
REH.
For 20% off and free shipping. The code still works, even though there's stuff on there that's already on sale. So pop that bad Larry in
It's
there.
double sale.
And free shipping.
Like
And
you're
free
getting
shipping.
the sale, and then you're getting our sale,
Right,
and you're getting free shipping.
20% off plus free shipping. I mean, you can have your Twig and Giggleberries
Yeah.
fucking clean within a few
dude,
days.
get that perfect package 3.0.
There's no excuse.
It's good for everybody. You need a gift for mom? Boom.
Yeah. She can clean it up.
Yeah, she'll figure it out.
no excuse to have a
No
dirty bowl of pudding.
Exactly. It's perfect. It's Christmas, you know what I mean? It's Christmas.
Is
Be
it okay,
sensitive.
son?
Yeah, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone
Yeah.
can want to do
Yeah,
better
it's
in life.
fine.
Depends on the
fine.
age
I
of
mean,
son. As
especially
long as
if
he's
she-
older than like 3-4 years old, you should be golden.
Walked in there, seeing him using a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Probably looking out for
It's
the boy.
more of a safety thing at
right,
that
exactly.
point.
Yeah, just concern of safety.
Daughter
concern.
to dad's the weird one.
Yeah.
But she's looking out for mom.
But
You know
daughter,
what I mean?
daughter
Just keep
to
'em pointed
daddy,
down, you're fine.
not the weird
Daughter
one.
to daddy,
Not the weird one.
exceptional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great gift.
That's
Nailed
a nice
it.
play.
Yeah.
That's kind of a gift for yourself. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If you really think about it, which
But
you shouldn't.
I just
But you
shouldn't say that doesn't. No, I don't think we want to go there.
Nope. That was enough of that.
There's also now a collagen that they're making.
Yeah.
A who?
Refined, a collagen, if you will.
A cologne.
Cologne. Collagen,
Kalagna?
Kalagna,
Dick spray.
which I have to say,
Yeah. Is it? How is it, Corey?
I thought it smelled okay.
What do you get a taste of?
I think it actually is the ball toner in cologne form because they both smell identical to me. And I actually like the way the ball toner smells, although I did spray it directly on the tip of my penis, and I tell you not to. I do appreciate the way it smells. I like it quite a bit.
How
Give
long
it a
have you
sniff.
experienced
I'm gonna
this hard
try.
on?
Yeah.
He tries
I
it
use
on
my
his
finger.
Finger. Yeah, that's the most comfortable.
Ball toner on a finger.
Yeah.
We'll do a side-by-side test here.
We're getting into the
I'll
science.
use
the
another
nitty-
finger.
the
Yeah, use
nitty-gritty.
a different finger.
No, it's different.
It's different.
different. Okay.
This has
so-
more of a
Woodsy.
piney balsam
See
smell
Yeah.
to
the
it.
pine. the
Oh,
woodsy,
it's very
yeah.
That
piney.
I
could
like
be the
that.
wood top. Also, not for nothing. Although they do pay us to say this bullshit. Their packaging,
Yeah, out of control.
their packaging department, whoever deals with it. I mean, this shit's cool as hell.
Ooh, that's got a musk to it.
No,
That's
it's
like
it does have a woodsy scent.
you guys ever been to Eastern Europe? Walked into like an army surplus store?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send my
That's
wife a
kind of what
picture
I'm
of
getting
that.
from it. That's what I'm
Tell you to
getting
use
from
the
it.
code revival.
Use
Smells
code revival.
fantastic.
20% off.
It does smell nice as it penetrates.
Yeah.
It smells really
That's
nice.
typically what you're going for. I
Yeah,
think.
exactly.
Very
I mean,
Christmassy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, this could really get me through this holiday seasons
We're there.
nicely.
Things in the oven. Hey,
Hey.
Well, it
Something.
doesn't smell like cookies, but
Oh, I'm making
it's not
cookies.
bad.
chestnuts.
Chestnuts.
We are also brought to you by us. That is us, Revival Motoring. You can visit revivalmotoring.com, where right now you can purchase a calendar. Those will be up for another, I don't know, few days, I think,
All right.
before those are all gone. And then there's a few copies of issue number 6 left, as well as some stickers, air fresheners, and we're going to have some new keychains probably up there next week as well.
We've
So
been lingering around with a few magazines left for a while. I mean, what are we looking at? Like 2?
I think it's like 2 or 3.
Jesus.
You better
people,
grab
get
that
on
quick
it.
before your boy buys it before you,
Just buy them and put them on eBay.
Put them on
Yeah.
eBay. We've seen it happen.
$5 profit.
$5 profit for you. There's a $5
So-
profit lurking on there for you. Did it sell?
Yeah. It's sold.
Did it sell? It actually
Yeah.
sold?
That's the
We
link
should-
we were sent.
Why
was
don't we just
actually
fucking
sold.
sell them on
Oh,
eBay?
okay.
Yeah.
We can get $25 for these things on eBay?
Yeah. We charge everyone else less.
Just keep popping them up
We
there.
should do an eBay exclusive issue. Issue number 9 is eBay only.
Yeah. I'm gonna wait till I get the full 2-year exclusive and do
Yeah,
the
exactly.
full
I'll hit it
library.
with the box.
Yeah, the
box set. Throw in the Manscaped Refine, that fine balsam fur for
Yeah.
your balls. There you go.
Here we are. You can also visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe. Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. Between our podcasts, multiples now, Topics Under the Stairs, Talking Motorcycles, soon to be Jerking Around.
Jerking about.
Videos and print magazine. We produce content on a weekly basis. Oh, we also
Vlogs.
are vlogging now. We're
Vlogs.
vloggers. It's a lifestyle. It's just everybody's got to get used to it.
Ultimately, it hasn't been as weird as I thought it would be.
I haven't done all the stuff I planted yet.
All right, cool.
Haven't got really weird. Matter of fact, you were going to spray that on your penis? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you to do some weird shit with a GoPro.
Yeah, whatever.
Really start making the money.
Wow.
So, between all that, we really need your support. So, go check out all that stuff. Like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, because of your support, that's what makes this all possible. We don't make any money. It's basically just to keep afloat. So,
It does smell good in here, though.
go visit
Yeah, it does
the
smell
Revival
great,
Motoring,
yes.
website and YouTube and all that good stuff. So, thank you very much. Let me hit this button.
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
Callbacks.
Who's ringing?
Am I ringing?
I think so. That might have been yours.
That wasn't me.
To you?
Nope.
Nick? I mean,
I'm on the old silent.
I've been trying to play my soundboard and it's just not
often
doing anything.
it is me curious as to what the noise is, and the noise is often me. But this case, it was not. So that's fine.
Chuck who?
Yeah, maybe it's just someone else that's sitting outside there waiting.
I'm just trying to see what's up with the soundboard, boys. It might be a bad Christmas.
Oh no.
Oh, we're
Oh
back.
no, here we are.
We're back.
Yeah. Give it another
Give it a nice short
give it
one.
another hit.
One more.
Oh, good.
It's not working.
Oh, here we are.
There we go.
Well, with the boys
Is it just a
song.
rap horn or what? No, here we are.
The whole thing, we had a point of failure.
Yeah.
Verge in the room. What a verge. All right, callbacks. Well, I got one very important from the last one that we had when we talked about our gas station app, which is currently in development.
We're in dev step.
We're in dev step.
Yeah.
We're in a beta build right now. So anyway, I talked about an Ultra Scumbies that I found and I wanted to take a picture in front of.
Yes, very important.
And that was in Winchendon, Mass?
You said it was something like that.
Is that a town?
Yeah, that's
It
right
is,
up in
yeah.
my area.
Yeah, that Scumbies they have there.
Uh-huh.
I was told by Jingles, only nice thing in the town.
It's true.
Big shot to Jingles. What a beaut. That thing was... I drove by. I seriously wanted to take a picture, and I wrongly said it was in New Hampshire. Big shout to New Hampshire, Texas North.
They're all the same.
But, yeah, it turns out it's in Winchendon, Mass.
Did you pass it today? Or were you in a different
No, I went to a different spot.
different slope?
Different playground, you
Different
know?
Bunny Hill, you know?
But, yeah, big time.
It was beautiful.
time
You
Scumbies.
brought it up on Google Maps.
I brought it up on Google Maps, but it doesn't even do it justice. Like, I'll get the video review of that place once the software is out, once we're out of beta.
Yeah. It weren't the cuck.
Yeah, once we're into
Yeah.
cuck.
Alpha was the last show we came up with the idea. We're
Yeah.
in beta and moving to cuck.
We're moving to
So,
cuck. Once
Shout
it
out
hits
to
cuck.
Diesel Dave, who called out Stewart's in upstate New York.
Yeah, Stewart's.
Stewart's?
I've been to Stewart's
Oh,
once. It was
it's
very
legit. Yeah,
Stewart's.
all
How
of you should
far
try
upstate?
that. You can actually hit some in Western Mass, but the majority of them you got to hit
Like
upstate
down
New
like
York.
Mass Pike?
Yeah,
tight. I found there's one in Vermont that I know.
they do their own ice cream.
Yeah.
They make their own hard rolls. Their food is incredible. I would recommend Stewart's to anybody outside of Cumberland Farms. I mean, that's crazy to
Do
me.
they make
but-
their own boner pills?
Is it STUA
they
or
might.
STEWA?
I think
STEWA.
Okay.
Stewart's.
They make their own chili too.
Stewart's.
Their chili is incredible.
I went to a spot in state today that it was one of my favorite spots, but it was Jingles drove by me as I was there, and he had me rate it real fast. 7 out of 10. It's a 6, but the lady behind the register, I'll tell you what, she looks gruff as fuck. You know what I mean? Like gruff, like throw you over the register type
Yeah.
shit.
Manhandle you. Yeah.
She's a fucking sweetheart.
Really?
Oh,
Good for
she's
her.
my favorite. She gave me the free bag. I mean, it got her another star.
The free bag?
There was a bag. They were giving a bag. It was
Oh,
free. It
okay.
was green. It was beautiful.
All right.
And she gave me a little minty candy. And she's like, well, I mean, I just wanted something that, you know, that was pre-wrapped. And I was like, all right, well, you're touching it anyway, but I'm cool with that. I don't get food from gas stations because I'm afraid of the Rona. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
I'm out
also
there fucking
your
hustling.
chili at a gas station sounds like a fucking risky adventure.
You
I like
have
that.
to try
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I'm telling you, it's fantastic.
I won't leave the parking lot for a half hour.
Listen,
just trying
they
to
make
take
their own
pictures.
ice cream. They make their own milk.
Yeah, I mean, if
These
they're
people are crazy.
blasting ice cream, they should be able to get a handle on
Right.
chili.
That's how they make the day old, or that's how they make the chilies. Day old
Day-old
ice cream.
Yeah, they just use the old
Strawberry
heavy cream.
chili.
Yeah, the curds. These are nice, good curds.
Yeah.
This chili. I don't know why it tastes like mint chocolate chip.
So
I've-
callback. I got a callback too.
Okay.
a
Bring
mini
it.
callback.
Oh, guest
To
callback.
your gas station app.
Yes.
Why is the amount of time that it takes to pump gas not important to people?
Oh, the gas doesn't
Totally
matter at all.
irrelevant.
Gas doesn't matter at all.
How?
It's the user experience inside of the store.
Yeah, it's totally in store.
Yeah, but if you had a section on the app that like laid out, it took me.
We have no we have no want for pricing
One-
of gas.
Yeah.
It took
or
me
pump
1
speed.
minute to pump 5 gallons of gas, or 8 minutes to pump 18 gallons of gas. How is that not important to people?
It's just too many variables.
Yeah, we can't deal with that stuff. That stuff, I'll tell you what, that's going to take away from our lot lizard count. We can only
Yeah.
have so much information.
Shoes or no shoes.
Shoes or no shoes.
We're
Yeah.
gonna only have so much
Can
bandwidth.
we chuck the pigskin around? I mean,
Yeah.
I can't talk about gas.
Yeah, I suppose lot lizard is
We
more
gotta-
important
yeah.
than how long you stood there.
Yeah, quality of the jerky, you know?
First off, no
Do
one
they-
goes to gas stations
chili,
for gas.
no chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, chili, no chili. Do they have ice cream? Is it their own?
You ever guarantee
true.
that there will be no pertinent information about gasoline pricing or time or ease of use?
This is an entertainment
That's a
app.
guarantee.
Yeah,
This
not a
is-
useful app,
Exactly.
entertainment app.
I can tell you how many drug rugs are in inventory right now at south of the border in Rhode Island, but I have no idea what the gas costs.
Hey, they might even have gas. Who knows?
Maybe they don't have gas.
That's
Maybe we
true.
find a spot without gas.
Yeah.
Stewards make their own gas?
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't doubt
Exactly.
it.
Why would you know? Nobody
That-
cares about the
that's-
gas.
It's true. I guess
don't
the
know.
time doesn't mean anything.
That Stewart son of a bitch sounds like a real motivated guy.
Yeah, he sounds like he probably does. He's probably out there drilling right now.
Yeah, burning up his own dinosaurs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The old dino juice.
We have
Vert says he ate pickled eggs from Oh, gas stations.
That's
Buddy.
a terrible idea.
Wow.
He just consists of
Verge is
questionable
my favorite.
experiences.
Love that guy.
The man loves pickled stuff.
I love Verge.
Yeah.
What we're gonna have Nick pick a color for the
Okay,
sign.
give us a color for the sign.
I don't know. It's so purpley in here, but I don't know. Let's do gray.
Gray.
What? I
You
don't-
can't even do gray.
That's the one color we cannot
color.
do.
I think we were as close as we were gonna get. Yeah.
Let's do black.
Nope, can't do
Oh,
that
my
either.
God.
Yeah.
All right, green, fine.
Green. All right.
Purple and green always work together. Barney said
Green's
so.
pretty nice.
There we
go.
go.
Green.
There's a shade of green.
Yeah. Perfect.
It's like the Grinch.
Good call. Good call.
I like that.
Christmassy. Call back from Adam fucking France.
Adam fucking France.
We were talking about Boxsters. I believe.
Bonjour.
Yes. We were talking about Boxsters and your inconsistent pricing on them.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's-
your pricing on boxers was so bad.
I don't
Out
know
of
where.
control.
What did you went to
I don't-
expensiveboxer.com?
I looked it up afterwards and I'm like, why did I find
Yeah.
the most expensive boxer there was
Yeah.
out there?
Boxers-
$5,000's about the most you should ever pay for a boxer.
There were so many available boxers.
Chuck and I
way
are looking
cheaper.
at each other, so confused
Yeah,
because
I was like-
we've looked this up. We've seen how cheap they are. We're both looking at each other like, what
Dude,
happened?
I thought Porsche stacks. I was like, am I not connected to the car world?
Let's
This is
see.
the only
I'm
thing
just gonna-
I have to pay
I'm
attention
going to do
to.
Porsche Boxster for sale. I'm going to try to find the website I went
Oh,
to.
don't even.
Is it Carfax? I don't even remember. I think it was
Carfax?
Carfax.
Your Ramate
Oh,
going.
that's
that's a wrong
probably
one.
why.
Carfax?
I think that was the first
I didn't know they
one.
sold cars.
I know they still have fax machines.
Edmonds.
Yeah.
Anyway, going back to the callback, Adam fucking France says
Bonjour.
he suggests that it should be a 2014 plus, and I responded with, well,
What?
why?
Yeah,
I
way
said
better,
why?
but way
Big
more
upgrades
expensive.
or less headaches? And he said actually kind of both, because the transmission alone makes it worth it. I think we should dive into that a bit more deeply.
Can you buy one for less than $5,000?
Highly doubt it at 2014.
Then the answer is
plus.
no.
Yeah. It's gonna be a no for me, dog. I need
Yeah.
a 97.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so-
I was saying I'm going like 1998. This way, I have to own it for minimal amount of time before it's actually an antique, and I don't need to deal with it.
right.
Absolutely.
I want first month production.
Yeah. That's how you know you get the good stuff where they
Yeah.
really tested it out.
Another callback
Big shout out to Adam
that
France.
is something that we're going to ask for everybody who listens, watches, supports us to do and help a friend of ours.
Yes, this is important.
Our friend Jack has a dog. His name's Axel. And Jack and Axel have been very, very supportive of Revival Motoring as a whole.
Axel's been on the podcast.
Axel's been here, right? He's
Yeah.
hung out. He's hung out with us. Jack and his dog Axel come to all the parties. Any event that we have, he tries to make the trek. And truly, Jack has reached out to me more times than I can count to just kind of
To help.
check in, see if there's anything he can help with, whether it be facility-based stuff, all that sort of stuff. So, unfortunately, Axel had an accident over the past few days, and there's a GoFundMe started. I'm not going to get into what happened. He's seemingly stable, I believe is the
Yep,
is
he's
the best
alive.
term.
He's doing all
alive.
right. But there's obviously it's not cheap.
Yeah.
So we're trying to help Jack and Axel out. They help the car community endlessly.
Yeah, literally everybody. He just would, if you're stuck on the side of the road, he'd help you. If you needed a shirt, he would take his off. He's
He
that kind of dude.
witnessed me fall off a rail last year. Really fucked my shoulder up. Gave me a clap, standing ovation. Yeah. He thought I was a trick.
It's
Love that guy.
Just showing support.
Thought it was a trick. He
Just
was
all
showing
he wanted
support. This
to do
guy's
is
always
show
showing support.
So we try not to ask for much, but we're asking this time. Just go whatever you can, and if you can't do anything, which we completely understand, given the certain the current world that we live in, at the very least, just share it. So I'm going to put this link into the description of this podcast. I will share this on Facebook as well, and we will put it into our Instagram. What do you call it? Link there. For the next few days, just so you can access that and get easy access to it. So again, just big ups to Jack and Axel, and get well soon, buddy.
Get well soon.
Shouts.
Big shouts to Jack.
Thinking about
Best
you.
ever. Jack Hammer.
What's that?
Thinking about you.
Thinking about you.
T's and
always,
P's,
yes.
baby.
On a better note,
Yes.
John at Bag Riders reached out to me,
Yes.
and he said, well, one, he's enjoying the podcast, so I appreciate him and the whole crew over there. And he wanted to share his side-by-side experience with me while he was in Aruba. It
Oh.
involves a cake.
Oh boy.
It involves breaking multiple traffic laws.
Yep.
and a side-by-side on the road.
Yeah, that's what side-by-sides are for on the road,
Yes.
breaking all the laws.
So he said last year for his wife's 30th, they went to Aruba and also did the UTV National Park Adventure, which is what I did.
Mm-hmm.
Grand time. Crack that right in the mic there, buddy.
Crack it in the
Yeah,
mic.
yeah.
Let them know you're,
There you
getting there. There we
are.
go. There we go.
Anyway, he said because he's a romantic guy, he ordered her a birthday cake from a local bakery like a month before they got there.
Oh, wow.
Because I'm maybe a bit too optimistic, I thought it would be a quote-unquote no problemo to just swing by the bakery on the way back to the UTV place.
I believe that's the local language.
Boy, was I wrong.
Oops.
Turns out the Arubian GPS is totally fine for the national park and going around the island, but not so great when you get on the real roads.
Yep.
We may or may not have crossed some medians and roundabouts, made full use of the off-road capability of the UTV in an urban setting, which is, I mean, everyone's dream come true.
Oh, my God.
Once we finally get to the bakery, the cake, I shit you not, weighed 8 pounds.
All right.
So it was not a small cake.
It's my kind of cake. Custard filled.
We then, of course, had to get back to the hotel before it could melt. So we were ripping through town with his wife holding the cake, trying to keep it under the dash out of direct sunlight.
It's bad luck with cakes and moving vehicles, buddy.
The moral of the story is they got back there, no problem,
There you go.
in a side-by-side, holding a 8-pound cake.
I'll tell you what. You give me an ATV in an urban area, a side-by-side,
Yeah,
no level of law enforcement is going
Nothing.
to keep me from doing the dumbest possible shit.
nothing.
That's why I keep my ATV at the house because
Yeah.
I cannot be trusted.
In Aruba, I explained this, their roundabouts do not have curbs. They're just like speed bumps in the middle.
Mhm.
Right through the center. Right
Yeah.
through the center.
ATV,
Yeah.
nothing's got curbs.
Nothing.
What are you
Yeah.
gonna do when you have tracks on yours?
When I have tracks on mine provided by the great Nick Jesus,
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm going to do, man. I'm just going to be a god. You know what? I've talked about this before. Nick has sourced me tracks for my ATV, which is a bad idea. And
Terrible.
every now and then, there's one guy in my neighborhood with a snowmobile. And every time there's a big snowstorm, he's blasting down the road like he's king shit. Not this storm, buddy. I'm going to be sitting at the end of the driveway of 4 tracks.
Waiting.
Just waiting. Just showing my maneuverability and lack of speed compared to a snowmobile.
And if he wants the race,
He can have
He's
it.
still gonna win.
He's gonna win.
well, that is
Promptly.
until you put the
But if
fridge
he wants
on
to
it.
race over a 4-foot snowbank,
Yeah,
you
exactly.
might win.
I might take him.
Yeah, yeah.
No, very, very excited about this.
Just add the fridge.
Yeah, no, I might put a little mattress in there.
Yeah, it's fine.
Fridge it out. Boys, I'll tell you what. It really is the season of giving. Because I have something we haven't had in a long, long time.
Oh boy, I'm
A
excited.
YB.
I got a
You.
YBU.
Yeah.
I got the Young Ben update.
Oh god.
A little round table betting.
Yes.
I'm going to go with there was not a crash involved, but a vehicle was involved. A mishap with a vehicle.
I was thinking a rock.
A rock, okay.
Just a
Josh,
rock.
where are you at?
Something is severely broken.
Okay.
So, the other day, after I talked on the podcast how we should speak to Young Ben, I then, of course, promptly did not message Young Ben.
Yeah.
But he messaged me a couple days later with the following message. Can you put a story up on the Revival page asking if anyone has a B7 A4 front passengers or driver's side CV axles?
Axles.
That was the first message.
Wait, so front, okay. Passenger or driver,
Hey, take either.
take either. Different lengths, but take either.
Yeah.
I take it they both went bad.
To which I responded, let me just read it because I have it right here.
Yeah, yeah. So you got it right there. Bring it up.
To which I respond, shit, buddy, Josh runs the page. I'm sure he can make that happen. Josh, he didn't reach out to you at all.
Never reached out to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he writes, I was doing donuts and tried to grab second, which made the Audi very unhappy.
Try to grab second. What is this?
Sounds like he grabbed something, buddy.
Yeah. He grabbed a fucking fistful of meatballs. That's what he grabbed.
Sounds like he forgot to use a left foot, maybe.
So he fucking grabbed second all right. He grabbed 2 axles, apparently. So, yeah, if anybody's got those lying around, just send them to Young Ben. And I just wrote, haha, been there, buddy. Because I've broken plenty of things.
Did they snap?
I don't know. I was just, after that, I was like, all right, well,
Okay.
that explains that.
I got so many questions that I just don't need to know the answers to.
Yeah, so the little Young
I
Ben
think I
update
nailed
for
it.
y'all.
Something was broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, he broke something.
Yeah.
So T's and P's for young Ben out there. Hopefully, he got that baby home. I was doing donuts in a parking lot today. It was magical.
I don't know if I've ever done donuts in first gear. I think I usually try and at least be in second gear.
Yeah, but do you grab second?
I
while on a
don't
donut?
grab any gear while doing a donut. I just don't. Yeah,
Really
I'm not Ken Block. Like I
I
don't
was
know.
gonna say, just like
Yeah.
you have a sequential transmission,
Yeah.
just really gotta grab.
I don't. Yeah, I don't grab anything.
Until you've grabbed second, you haven't lived life.
Yeah, he was going to grab third if second went fine.
That's what everybody does in Fall River on the
How
app,
is he
just
so sure
grabbing
it's the
gears.
axles and not the transmission?
I don't know. I'm sure he spit
no.
one out.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and guarantee you that one of his axles is probably okay.
Yeah. I don't know. We're going to find out
Yeah,
eventually.
I can't wait for a follow up YBU.
Yeah. So I'll message back to him.
Maybe a phone call would be good. Not today.
Yeah,
No.
Not today. We're a little short on time and
Yeah,
a
not-
little late, but
yeah, we want to
thought-
keep this thing moving.
I thought he was going to need bail money. Like an axle
That's
seems
coming.
easy.
That's when we're going to put our Free Young Ben campaign together.
yeah, I'm gonna get the free Young Ben T-shirt.
Yeah,
So I haven't seen his out in his driveway, but
Is it at the shop down the street
oh,
where it was when it had the hole in the
I should
engine?
roll by.
Yeah,
Yeah, just missed the bolt,
yeah.
the oil bolt.
no, it's stuck teetering on a fucking giant pile of snow right now.
He'll get it out tomorrow.
Looks like Noah's Ark just stuck on something.
Yeah, so that's a little YBU for you. They've been waiting for it.
I'd love to say I'm surprised, but I kind of, we know these things are going to happen.
Yeah.
I was just very glad it didn't happen on the mountain. That was it. That's all.
Well, it didn't. It didn't happen on the mountain. He was in the back of my car.
Oh, that's true. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot.
We wouldn't allow it to happen on the
yeah,
mountain.
right. That's true.
Also,
Forgot
he
about that.
he knew better than that.
I think we came to a verbal agreement before we left. That
He doesn't know better than on a lot of things, but he knew not to go up Mount Washington.
Well, it's at least there's a, dare I say, teaching point. Like at least something sunk in.
Yeah, no, I got him.
Yeah.
He's getting there.
You're just still trying to grab.
So if he
second.
gets some axles.
He's trying to grab second.
So grabbing
Hey, every
second.
now and then you got to grab second. You know what I mean?
Oh my, that'll never.
You can only run rev limiter so much. Ging, 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 ging.
Just spinning at like 5 miles an hour. Just a super slow donut. Just
Ah,
bouncing off
Jesus.
the rev limiter.
Young Ben.
Any
T's
other
and P's.
callbacks?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I'm still dealing with dealer emails and text messages. Every time the dealer asks me about my Type R, I tell them, listen, my boy Dennis knows the price. Go ahead and get in touch with him. And every single time they respond, I'll get in touch with them. And I think Dennis has finally been like, can you stop emailing this guy? Because I haven't seen one in like 5 days now.
Yeah.
But it makes me so happy that like the Haley and Kaylee and Bailey, all these chicks that email me at the dealership, just constantly going back to Dennis and be like, what are we going to do to sell this car? Like, oh, Dennis, when will you learn? I'm
Is
still
that-
in the market.
Is that car real?
The Honda?
$70,000 Type R?
No, this
Did I
was a
hear that right?
$70,000 one. Someone, they're doing that with the yellow one. This was a list one, MSRP, $38,000 one.
Okay.
So, big shout out to Dennis over
That's
there.
still
Hit me up.
shocking, but
Yeah, it's still a lot. Good car though.
I do. It's like the people from Minecraft designed a car.
Yeah.
Where it has like square edges and things sticking out
You
from
know,
it everywhere.
It is Superboy Racer, but I somehow really like it.
I want to drive one for a mile.
For a mile?
Yeah, and then just give it back.
Let's go to the dealership.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I obviously we've been talking about him, so I was watching some best motoring videos.
Yes.
The head-to-heads, and it just like, all right, if this thing looked a little more toned down, it's kind of where it's at.
Next one.
Where
man.
was it? Direct shot with a Golf R.
You
You guys compared it to a Golf
No,
R.
it's in this particular race. It wasn't against Golf R. It actually raced a Subaru STI Type S. Not something that
what
we
is that?
had.
They're
I
both
don't know.
vaping till they die. I mean,
It's not
where-
that particular STI. We don't have over here, I believe.
S209.
No.
No, there's just a Type S. So I'm some sort of variant of STI.
The S stands for Subaru.
Yeah, Type Subaru STI Type Subaru.
It's very Ferrari of them.
Yeah, I did donuts today because I saw some guy. I was driving up to the hill, and I'm driving by the big parking lot, and there's a guy doing donuts in this big open parking lot in a Subaru, and my wife's in the car, and I'm just like, there's a Subaru guy sucking just like they always suck, and she's like, you're such a hater, and I'm like, yeah,
Have you not listened to the podcast?
yeah, that's literally my thing. That guy sucks. I was like, wait till we leave here.
Yeah.
I'll show you how to do a donut in a fucking snowy parking lot. And boy, did I ever.
Did you bring the heat?
Oh, I brought the heat. I brought
See,
the
this is why-
two-wheel drive, way too much horsepower heat. Oh, it was awesome.
This is why we just need to affix a GoPro to you
Yeah.
and then see what we get.
Hill's never seen nothing like it. There was some guy like hiking down the hill, big smile on his face. So when I came out on the pavement, I gave him a little dry taste as well. It was
The old beans.
It literally spins tires on the dry, too. There's snow tires. It's not an issue. So we had a nice little time. Obviously, I was at Yawgoo Valley. I wouldn't go anywhere outside of the state.
Yeah. What you said? No, that's Max. Never mind. Yeah.
No, Yawgoo.
Yeah.
Shout out to Yawgoo.
What else do we have for the old backs that are calls?
Oh, here's a little something I did. I was going to film, but then I just didn't. I decided I was going to drive my little K car around in the winter because it's hilarious.
Yes.
So I decided I need to protect it from the elements. So I have now fluid filmed the floors on both of my K cars.
So what actually is fluid film?
Fluid film, from what I can tell, is a smelly version of WD-40.
That's exactly what it is.
You spray it all over the bottom of something, and it keeps it from corroding. So I've now corrode-proofed my Honda Acti, my D car, and the floor in my garage.
Nice.
Does it leave a...
On the floor, yes. My son fell multiple times.
Does it leave like a greasy feel on the components on the underside?
It's more of a smell than a feel, but
Yeah.
yes,
I'm
there's
just wondering.
greasy.
It kind of leaves like a bubbly feeling.
Yeah.
It's kind of it's pretty nasty, and it smells horrible.
It smells bad,
But it's the only thing that's probably saved my Jeep from rusting into the ground.
Because
in
it
the
just
last 10 years.
repels, essentially.
It does.
Okay.
From what I understand,
really does.
From
It
what I
works well.
understand, it's ridiculous how well the stuff works.
It works crazy. I've sprayed down the suspension components on my Jeep for 5 years straight now, and it's the only thing in my driveway that has no rust on it.
What do you do once a year?
Jeep, yes.
You go once a year?
Twice a year.
Twice a year?
Yep. I do it
Twice a year.
halfway through winter. I do it again.
Okay. All right.
Yep. It works great. It
I was
just
gonna
smells
say- I
terrible.
was gonna say I'd find it a little odd if you're doing it in July.
Well, Jeep guys, man, it's a Jeep thing. You don't
Jeep stuff.
understand.
I know
Yeah.
there's dicks and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but everybody told me that that's the way to do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to protect my investments here.
It's a great idea.
I'm going to hit this baby with the fluid film. But yeah, it definitely smells. Also, if you're going to fluid film a K car, only takes one can. Whole
Doesn't
bottom of
take
the
much.
car.
Quarter car, right? How much
Quarter
does a Jeep
car.
take?
It's like 4 cans probably.
Quarter of a car. Wife math.
Quarter car.
That's
Confirmed
a good
again.
point, actually.
Confirmed again.
Yeah.
Right. That just We needed to control. That's a scientific. It's
That
scientific
truly
fact.
is. That's science.
Yeah,
Science,
it
as
is.
far as I can tell.
I get
So
some
yeah,
ideas to give you science.
everything is fluid filmed up. It's impressive, but it does. I would not suggest the smell.
Well, you can't really avoid the exhaust system. Is really the problem. So the first 10 miles, it smells really bad.
Yeah, I didn't.
However,
I didn't try to avoid the exhaust
it
system.
actually works.
Yeah,
This is not a. We're not being paid for this by any means, but the Fluid Film, fluidfilm.com.
yep.
Fluid Film is Eureka's own unique lanolin-based brand of corrosion
Wait, wasn't she the
preventative.
bad chick from Power Rangers?
What? Eureka? No, I know who you're thinking of though.
Yeah, Eureka.
Eureka. I think we're close.
That was a vacuum.
Oh, was it a vacuum?
I never really watched Power
I
Rangers.
thought it was an idea too.
I thought it was a chick. You think she was a vacuum? Oh, a Hoover? My fucking
Maybe.
guy. Woo! I met a couple of those.
Lanolin-based brand of corrosion preventive and lubricant used worldwide in a multitude of industries and applications. This shit comes in a goddamn 5-gallon
Yes.
pail if you really want it to. Wow.
Yeah, the guy at the store was
Home.
like, I only got 1 can, but I got a 5-gallon pail. And I was like, yeah, man, I don't know if I really feel like brushing it on. He's like, no, you buy the sprayer. I was like, yeah, that's going to be a hard no. You want me to spray 5 gallons of this shit all over my garage? I don't
Just tell
think
me
so.
the bed liner.
Yeah, Jesus.
So
man, you
how you apply it via spraying?
yeah,
or
this is like a spray paint can.
It's just an
Oh,
aerosol can.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I imagine it to be much more goopier than that.
It's pretty goopy for
Really?
an aerosol.
It
Yeah.
is.
Wow, that's
it
impressive.
has like the WD-40 like needle, the 6-inch
Oh, okay.
red needle that sticks out. But
yeah, the
Yeah.
one everyone loses.
Red
yeah,
Rocket.
exactly. It goes on like a yellowish goop. It works great though.
I wore a fucking glove on my hand. I'm glad I did because that glove
I
was
never did
covered in
that.
that shit.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, but you
I
weren't
never
doing it
did
over your head, were you? Were you on a lift?
that. No.
No, but you're on a Jeep. You can just
It's on
stand
my
up
driveway,
under
on
it.
my
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was on the lift. I was spraying the shit everywhere.
For reference, removing fluid film.
Impossible.
Why would you do
For-
that?
For easy removal of fluid film for the purpose of handling or inspecting, a high-pressure cold water pressure washer at a PSI of 1,000 to 3,000 is recommended.
1,000, 3,000, you're going through the floor.
Nah, it's pretty light.
No, it's not that bad.
3,000
1,000 is like a
you're gonna
Walmart
cut a hole in
style,
something.
like 12-volt pressure washer.
Yeah. That fuel line under the car. Yeah.
Adios.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
interesting
it just wears off after time.
Since
That
why I
makes
do it
sense for
twice.
sure. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense for sure.
There's a
since
reason I do it twice.
1943.
Yeah, good year. Got a lot of people up here. Nick looks like Rambo right now. That's pretty nice from Verge. Who wants you to
He's
video?
my favorite.
Who wants you to video call him? Ripped up.
He's the best.
All those wheel builds. Jesus. Yeah, I've heard two people now have told me the Amsol HD metal protector is pretty tight. But it says it cures dry and smells good. I don't want anything to cure. I just need that shit to be sloppy on the bottom.
That's the thing. Is
What
with
you
the
want it
fluid
to do,
film,
it's-
it literally stays like
gel?
super wet. Like
Yeah.
it does. Which is why I apply it twice, because after 3 or 4 months, it starts to turn into nothing.
Yeah.
It starts to dry, and as soon as it dries out, I reapply it.
Yeah.
But
keep
I
on
mean,
hitting.
I have a 2013 JKU that has 0 rust on it, which is
That's
pretty
impossible. As
pretty
far as I
unheard
know.
of.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
Proof is in the fluid film.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah. What else do you have for callbacks?
Last, I got a deep thought.
Oh, yes.
So I was hitting our mutual friend up, Sam,
Yep.
who works at Wheel Pros,
Yep.
Rotiforum, you name the things.
The media team.
Getting turned down by him. I asked if they if they want to corner the K-car market.
Yeah.
And apparently they don't. And then he told me they make wheels for golf carts. So obviously I'm getting outgunned by golf carts. And then I thought to myself, why can't I run a K-car as a golf cart? It'll fit on the path. It's got AC. It's got all the luxuries. And then I thought to myself, why don't I import K-cars to sell old people as golf carts?
It would work here in the Northeast for sure. In Florida, they already have them. But like here in the Northeast, it would work.
You
could
think
do it,
so?
for
In
sure.
Florida, they have K-cars?
They've got golf carts that are
There's
the
more
same
golf
size as
carts than
K
cars
cars
in Florida.
that have AC and huge stereo systems
Fuckers.
and like windows and everything. So it's the same size as the Avanzato
Yeah.
TRX XX, but just electric with like full operational EC.
Yeah, there's a problem. Electric, you can't put the fridge on that.
Oh, that's what they got to be. There's regulations on golf courses.
I was
So
going to say, did we run into a hiccup, if you will, though,
What?
with the weight?
Oh, right. Yeah, there's a weight limit on golf carts.
So that's
which this is 500 to 1,000 pounds, which I don't believe.
A
Who sets the
1,000-pound
weight
golf
limit?
cart.
Yeah,
Who sets the
That's
weight
a
limit?
heavy golf cart.
the golf course does.
Really?
because not all golf courses are going to be fully paved, and obviously people are going to be playing when it's damp and whatnot. So I think you're going to leave some uber ruts if you're, too heavy out there.
I'm not a golf guy, but is there a place we can bring our own golf cart locally?
Not that I'm aware of locally.
Never heard
We
of
could
it.
probably get it under
I've
my
had
house.
some issues with golf carts before.
Yeah. I mean, we could probably get it under my house.
Still pressing legal.
Did you grab second?
matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grabbed second on the putting green. Yeah, no, I'm going to stay out of that story. Okay, well, anyway,
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good business idea, but also no one's trying to corner the the K-car wheel market. So, little free advice,
I mean,
little free fucking
Totally.
three-pointer,
I mean-
swoosh from your boy Chuck.
there's nothing stopping us from selling K cars just in general.
Yeah, but then we have to bring him in.
Yeah.
Right, but still,
I-
you bring
I-
it in as a golf cart. you
I'm,
bring
I'm
it
into
as-
the wheel idea.
I think it's great.
I think
Yeah.
the K market's coming, baby.
Oh, I do too.
I think it's here.
The wave is right. The wave it's approaching. The tide went out because that tidal wave's coming in.
Yeah, tidal wave's on the way.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Is that 12-inch, 13-inch, 14-inch market?
Like
Yeah, man,
13s,
12 to
pretty much,
14.
Yeah.
You're ready.
Little guys.
Little guys.
Yeah,
Little guys
narrow.
only.
I
Lips
think
on lips.
The offset's the most important thing.
Yeah, it's the offset. The offset gets me every time.
And then what? What are the tire options?
Well, boys, the tire options aren't deep. Because I put new tires on mine. I got 165, 65 13s on that thing right now. No, 165, 55 13s. Very beefy. Verdestin, very reputable tire company from up north there. And,
Russia?
no,
What are they?
Canadian?
Verdestin.
That's actually what they're called.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. I run a
Interesting.
165 45 15, not beefy. Not beefy at all.
They are from. Let me take a look at the old country.
One of the
All types of weather. First off. Second off, they're refined by design. Let me contact them.
Taiwanese.
This headquarters in Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, but I'm not trying to go to Atlanta.
I don't think they make them in Atlanta.
Yeah, I don't know. Iridescent. Someone was telling me it's like a Norway, maybe. I don't know.
Norway would be impressive.
Yeah, that'd be different.
Verdescent has established themselves
Got
as a
these
premium European brand.
Got these new Norwegian tires.
Yeah. I mean, European. Could be anywhere.
Yeah, many of their tires, tread patterns, and sidewalls are styled by a legendary Italian design house, Gregorio Design.
Wow.
Design house, boys.
I know
synthesizing the style of Gregorio's artists with the technical knowledge of the Verdestin engineers has allowed the company to create a line of tires to complement high-end vehicles from today's and classics from yesterday. So, like my high-end vehicle outside there.
Right.
They also make bicycle tires, which makes sense.
I mean, they have all the molds.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Verdestin. I know we typically do not.
We're more of Linglong guys, but they didn't have any Linglongs to fit.
And we typically don't go near the
Hashtag long time
financials here. But per tire, what is the price?
I'm not going to get into per tire costs, but the set cost me $203.
Are those actually DOT
those cost
rated?
more than the tires of the Polo. That's the Polo worth $30 a tire.
The ditch finders over there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With $32 per tire.
Were you going to get me the site for that? I'm trying to get some shady summer tires.
Walmart.com.
You get them from Walmart?
Walmart is where I got those.
So supposedly, Advan makes their Neovas in Japan that fit that car, like the Sticky Boys. So I'm trying to get my hands on Sticky Boys. So if you're over there, if you're our one Japanese listener, Nakai-san, you want to send me some light boy Sticky Boys, hook me up.
We can probably order a whole trailer for like, I don't know, $42 or
yeah,
something.
no, we really need to get some of those. But anyway, so now it's got beefy snows on it. It's got fluid filmed. We're ready.
It's ready to party. Speaking of ready, any more
I don't even know how I
callbacks?
got to there.
Or are we going to cue the boys?
Did I mention I'm going to start importing cars to sell to people in Florida's golf carts?
Yes.
Yeah,
we
good.
covered that one. All right.
Yeah.
News. Speaking of small four-wheeled things,
Yes.
I don't know if you're familiar with that company called Mansory.
Mansory. Great company.
They will trick out, or they have created a tricked out lawnmower.
Oh, that's nicer than most of the cars they've done.
I want to know who at Jumpman allowed them to use a Jumpman logo.
I'm guessing probably not.
We're going with nobody. Wait,
I mean, Nike's a pretty big company to go up against.
It's a Jordan lawnmower?
So
they have the Jumpman logo on it.
Is it a Kubota? What kind of lawnmower we're talking? We're talking some serious equipment? Is it the Jumpman's lawnmower himself?
No, that man does not know.
So
fair enough.
Mansory and German streetwear store BSTN have teamed up.
Bastion.
There's
BSTN Boston.
Have
The
teamed
old
up
Boston.
on a fashionable answer, an Air Jordan inspired riding lawnmower called the BSTN GTXI. You can get a look at it.
Are there other logos on there besides the Jumpman?
Tell me who's making this lawnmower, man. If I'm going to buy it, I need to know. Is this a Japanese quality
No,
piece
it
of
looks
equipment?
looks to be Jumpman and the BSTN logo, multiple places.
What kind of lawnmower?
Let's see. I do not see.
I didn't go as deep as Josh did. I only saw the Instagram post, but doesn't look promising.
I'm putting eyes on this lawnmower, boys. Oh, this thing's a piece of shit.
Is it a zero turn?
No, it's not a zero turn. It's like it looks like a Cub Cadet with some white walls on it.
What is this thing?
This is a lawnmower.
That's a
display. Florida lawnmower. You're not even supposed to mow your lawn with that. You just drive from course to course or something.
I can't believe it actually got shot. There's the amount of carbon fiber on this thing too.
This lawnmower looks terrible, dude. It's got a race seat that looks like I fucking bubblegummed it to the deck on this thing.
That better do wheelies.
Dude, this thing doesn't even do lawn.
You think they upgraded the motor? No. Come on.
Dude, what the hell is this? Look at your boy. Your boy's not mowing lawn.
I mean, any way to get down to the bottom.
In a pair of Jordos with high white socks.
No price was announced for the
Look, it's
Mansory
got the
DS,
flat fucking wheel.
nor were there any performance specifications listed. So yeah, they didn't.
So it's an 18 horsepower Kohler motor in that thing.
right, they didn't address.
For my money, I'm buying a Kubota zero turn. That's all I'm saying. I'll put the Jumpman on it myself.
Somebody's gonna pay way too much for that thing.
No one's buying
Then
that.
they'll put it on display in their house, I'm sure. What else do we have? Ooh, there's an interesting one. In true Tesla fashion,
Yes.
the Hot Wheels Cybertruck has also been delayed. So
There you go.
the Cybertruck version of
Keep that hype
the
going.
Hot Wheels version of the Cybertruck has also been delayed.
I wonder if that's because the design.
Has
Is
changed.
gonna
Yeah,
change?
it's changed. Yeah.
Potentially. I don't
Probably
know.
because the
But like
windows
they
broke.
should have put that out because that would have been just as cool to have. You have like, hey,
Right.
this is the thing that was never gonna be, and then when you get the real truck, you're like, oh, this is the new one. Kind of little side by each.
A little side by each. Twice
Yeah,
pipes.
throw me down the stairs, my hat.
Pushed back until May 1st, 2021.
It's a Hot Wheels. Let's relax, people.
Yeah. Wait, we get a date on that thing?
Oh my! Hot Wheels needed to confirm with customers that they actually still want the Cybertruck. That means if you
they
bought one
definitely
and
do.
still want it, you'll have to confirm the delivery details via the email from Mattel, or risk losing your Cybertruck toy.
Was there like a pre-order
reservation?
for it?
There's a reservation for this thing. Oh my God! The fucking world we live in.
Oh, I gotta email them and tell them I want it.
Shut
That's
it,
gonna
Ja-
be worth a bunch on eBay.
Shout to Jack White. Damn, the only cut I'd be making with that mower is a lobotomy. Man, we're not doing that mower any justice.
No. What else do we have for the news?
I have that the Grand Tour finally came out.
How good is it?
I haven't watched it yet.
I'm not. Have you watched it?
I watched it.
I don't
You
want to
did?
be given away.
I watched it.
All right. What did you think?
I was
That's a long pause.
I was so entertained. I
Yeah.
didn't know what to do with myself.
Exactly.
Is that it? Oh man, I'm so
I
excited.
thought it was that good.
I seen a bunch of haters online, and
Yeah.
they got to be wrong.
You
They're
know
like, "Oh, it's
what?
the same
It's-
dry to back." Like that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
No, it was fantastic.
It's the best way I can explain it is these three guys somewhere they don't belong, driving things they don't belong driving in places they don't belong being.
And it sounds
Yes.
fucking perfect.
And
It
that's
was the epitome of everything
Yeah.
they've ever done.
on a treasure hunt.
I
by
thought
the
it
way.
was
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
Yeah,
No,
it was
that's
incredible.
wonderful.
So if you haven't watched it yet, you have until next week because next week I'm spilling the whole beans.
That's
Oh,
like
okay.
saying you're mad at Salt Bay for sprinkling salt
Yeah,
on his
that's
arm. I mean,
his
that's
thing.
what he
Yeah.
does.
That's his
Yes,
thing.
it was.
And he fucking
it
puts
was
gold
awesome.
foil on it. Yeah.
Right.
Yes,
It's fucking gold foil
must
involved.
watch.
Yeah. You must watch for the tracks content.
I'm so excited. But yeah, but
Yes.
How long until he's in the same
I
position?
forgot there was.
I was like,
There
Corey,
was
guess what?
track
Nick's bringing me
content.
tracks, and I'm gonna run them all over. I'm putting on my K truck. He's like, you don't want tracks on anything.
Actually, maybe you should install the tracks before you watch the content.
Yeah.
Oh no!
However, it was awesome.
Yeah. It was really
must
good.
watch TV.
Very excited.
I
for
hope
that.
it doesn't take another year for another one to come out. If it does, it
probably
is what
will.
it is.
Boys, I got some news. Toyota made a Supra Sport Top,
Oh boy, yes.
and that is for the online SEMA show, which will definitely be the best SEMA show, which is what online usually is the SEMA show.
I think it already happened.
Yeah.
And the
'Cause-
Supra Sport Top is so damn good.
Oh my God, I'm not a no roof guy.
Yep, me
By
neither.
any means.
Me neither.
This was the solution to what? Have you seen it, Nick?
No,
All right, let me bring it up for you while I talk about it.
please.
This was to me like the solution to make this vehicle like
This just makes it super. It's based on the Heritage Edition, which come with the big old wang. It comes with the old school looking tail lights.
Wow.
And then you take that middle section of roof off.
Yep.
Oh, it stores in the trunk perfect.
Okay.
That's all I
didn't-
want.
I didn't see the tails. Oh wow.
Yeah, that is.
Holy smokes.
yeah.
I mean, that's what the
Yeah.
Supra should be. They should just discontinue the current setup and bring that out.
Agree.
So if you follow, it is Casey's Paint Shop.
Oh,
And
Casey's
this
Paint Shop.
is, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is the same Casey from what's that TV show that I'm drawing a blank on. They're the paint shop who does it, and there's going to be YouTube videos of them doing it and cutting it and doing it, which I'm excited to follow that because I want to see how
Supposedly
it's
they're
done.
making this thing.
I hope so. This
Japan
fucking looks-
only.
whatever, doesn't matter. It looks better than the original one.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Japan only.
And
25
then-
years from now. Just like
25 years, you will be mine.
Just like the Yaris.
Yeah, and it looks like the gentleman Marty Schwarter, I believe.
Big
is
shout
his
to Marty
name.
Schwarter.
Looks like he designs a bunch of shit, but he was behind designing it or developing it or something. I don't know, but it's super cool. I've been following along with it the past few days because Rutledge put up a photo of it, and I was like, all right. I thought it was a render, and then I kind of read it and clicked on a few of the little profiles, and I was like, whoo.
Yeah, Toyota's knocking it out of the park with that. Just putting that wing on the back of the Super Lynx, it looks so good.
Yeah.
Those
Like the
lights,
half hoop
those
type
lights just fucking holy shit. I like the genuinely do like the lights anyway, but with that
With
set,
the little circle poos in them.
Yeah, those are
very
like-
nice.
Like
Holy
that
shit.
view right there is like, oh, that's a Supra.
Yeah, that's the
Right.
one.
Yeah,
Right.
that's a Supra.
Well,
So-
you can afford, pal.
Bring it.
Definitely more like an afford pal. Yeah.
I got another piece of news.
Okay.
New CarMD report reveals brand least likely to set off the check engine light. Does anybody want to guess who that might be?
Someone want to guess what car MD is?
Volkswagen?
Volkswagen.
No.
Least likely?
This one,
Did you guys both just
I'm
guess
sorry.
Volkswagen?
They're cheating.
Most likely or
no
least
both.
likely?
Least likely.
least likely.
Oh, I retract my bid.
No. I'm still going with it because they're definitely cheating about something. They're lying. They're cheating. There's no bulb. Something's wrong.
I'm going least likely. Oh, wow.
Well, I know
Chrysler.
Mazda.
Like
was,
you have to go to outer space and come back for this.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's someone who
just-
sells
just-
one car a year.
Not American.
You're not
Bugatti.
you're on fire right now. You're getting close there.
I'm going Bugatti.
Hennessy?
Not that far. Not
Tesla.
Not that an actual manufacturer like
Oh,
producing
Wow. Take that, Hennessy.
producing a certain number of cars.
Lambo. No, that's owned by Volkswagen.
Yeah.
Not Ferrari. That's Italian.
When I say this, you're gonna be no fucking way.
Daewoo?
Mitsubishi.
Get the fuck out of here.
Mitsubishi.
Mitsubishi, just because they don't have check engine lights
There's not
yet.
even a light
So
there.
this
Yeah,
is
exactly.
the study found
Forgot the bulb.
Mitsubishi to be the best brand when it comes to not triggering the dreaded light. These days, Mitsubishi only offers a small selection of vehicles in the U.S., but the study creates a score based on the lowest percentage of repair incidents per percentage of the vehicle population. In total, 19.5 million vehicles were examined in the study, and as an overall brand, Mitsubishi vehicles triggered.
because
needed
one
the
was a
fewest
Mitsubishi.
So that's my thing is all right. They sell one.
There's something
that's, you
wrong
put
there.
The pool.
I mean, have we become a Mitsubishi podcast? This is the second
This is the
positive
second time
piece of
in a
news
row.
we've
I
done
know.
on Mitsubishi.
I know. Taking the second spot behind Mitsubishi was Mercedes-Benz, followed by Volkswagen.
So, like, actual.
Wrong.
Yeah, never mind.
You just-
I call fake news on all this.
Yeah.
I'm going
is
to go ahead
totally
and say
wrong.
I think CarMD might be
So
sick
car
themselves.
MD is the WebMD. So you type in car runs like shit, and it says like
Blown rod.
you
Oh,
could.
is that really what it is?
Yeah, it's.
I honestly didn't even know
And
what it
then
was.
it somehow comes up with like estimations on what that job would cost to repair, which are always wildly inaccurate.
That's awesome.
The average Mercedes owner isn't going to go on the internet to search a check engine light. They're just going to drop it off at the dealer
Yeah.
and give them a check for $2,500.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Throw it
So
in the
that's
bag.
already garbage.
CarMD, a decade of data.
A decade? Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
out
know.
on that.
Solutions, resources,
So
company
I-
support.
I question that because I just read last week a report that Mazda took the spot for 2020, the most reliable vehicle of the year. So like, how would Mitsubishi outdo that? It's more specifically the Mazda Miata.
I think, as again, usually when it comes down to numbers, you can an Excel spreadsheet can be manipulated to show
Yeah.
whatever data you want it to
Yeah.
show, or to tell the story you want it to tell. Versus,
Yeah, like our electric car is the most one with the most miles.
our electric car is the most efficient,
Yeah.
The cheapest to build,
Yeah.
easiest
Easiest to charge.
Easiest to charge.
Rolling
Uh,
out next year.
The amount of it puts like zero strain on the environment,
No emissions.
like because we don't build it, so it doesn't cost anything to build it.
Yeah, I mean, our plan to build is literally the most environmentally friendly you can do.
Yeah, because we're not.
We're
gonna
just
do
not going to
anything.
build the vehicle.
We just accept reservations.
$100 right now.
So-
Go fund me.
I just thought that was funny, Mitsubishi.
It's interesting.
Killing
And it's not the first time I've heard good things about their like, what is it, the Outlander crossover sport thing,
Eclipse.
Eclipse crossover
I
sport
think.
thing.
I think
Eclipse Cross.
They. Yeah.
Apparently, it scores really good on all like people who drive it, but I just fail to
No one's
believe that it has
driven it.
anything.
Right. The two people that drove it
Yeah.
had
Yeah,
really
the
good.
Mitsubishi execs
But you get like
love it.
you get like people like Motor Trend and like the like Autoblog and like these kind of big, I guess, like auto.
Can we get a
journalist
press car
website.
from these guys?
I don't even know where would they deliver one from.
If ever,
I don't even know.
Japan?
Just ship it over.
I
It'll be
believe
here
the
in
town
6
is
months.
called
If ever-
Mitsubishi.
if ever there was a manufacturer where it was easy to get in touch with somebody, I'm guessing it's
You know what?
Mitsubishi.
Yeah,
All right, keep going.
Just
I'm
write
gonna
the
see what I-
president.
Yeah, he's also the shipping and receiving guy. He's also the
Boys.
engineer.
Great news. Mazda is putting RX-7 parts back into production.
Ooh.
They're going for important wear parts, so every part on the car. No, 91 important wear parts from both the FC3S and the FD3S.
Wow.
And they're going to continue to add more parts as time goes on. So not just Apex Seals, boys. Currently Japan only. But they could bring it here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you can get parts from Japan. It just takes forever.
They sold so many cars here. I don't know why they wouldn't. do
Yeah,
it
I think
here
they're
as
just
well.
I think they're just rolling it out there in Japan, and then they plan on bringing it here. But yeah, good news for once for UFD owners, you're gonna be able to get some wear parts for your super heavy small little cars.
You know, it still
Blows my mind how
it
heavy
blows
those
me
cars
away.
are.
Yeah. That's
Someone
all-
explain to me how that thing weighs like 100 pounds less than my Skyline.
The funny thing is, you said RX-7, and in my mind, the first thing was the heavy car.
Super heavy. Love them though. So yeah, that's cool.
All right, Mitsubishi
We're a modified
Motors
car guys.
Corporation. So
Their emails no reply at MitsubishiMotors.com.
I'm working on some sort of contact information because I actually have a press vehicle thing written up already. I can just copy and paste it.
Boys, we were talking about vacuums earlier. Supposedly, the Hummer launch editions, they sold 10,000 of those on pre-order.
Didn't
Says
we?
who?
Right, we were questioning
Says
that, right?
GM. Now remember, it's a $100 totally refundable deposit. They sold 10,000.
How many have since
Hummer
been
for
refunded
everybody.
after you get the screenshot saying you paid the $100?
Probably everybody.
Isn't
Because that
the
was my
game
same
Tesla
question
played
with the
for a
Tesla.
while?
What's
Yeah,
that?
Exactly. Tesla
Yeah.
played that game for a long
Yeah.
time.
And they're still playing it, except what was it? I think the Roadster you can pay in full.
There you go. Nothing like paid in full.
Yeah.
Speaking of
With
Tesla,
a car with no release date.
do
Actually,
you guys understand why their used car market is the same price as brand new?
No, is that a
Do you have
thing?
any idea?
No.
Okay, because
don't-
I
I've
searched.
never-
I've been searching for a used Tesla, and
we
it
have-
doesn't make sense to
we
even buy
have
one
a
used.
handful of Tesla technicians. I'm sure they could answer that.
I mean, the price is
Potentially.
within like $1,000 of just
So it's like a
buying a
Toyota
brand new
Tacoma?
one and having it shipped to you.
Yeah.
I'm totally confused.
Pretty sure they just want to sell new ones.
That's probably why. That's actually a great point because I know that they're not happy with the secondhand market because they can't control distribution. So, like,
Well,
if you go to
they
like,
sell them on their own website as
Yeah.
secondhand, but I haven't seen. You're
The
looking
price
at
is so close. It
you're
makes
looking
no
at Model
sense to buy
3s.
used.
Model 3s, right?
Both of them.
S's? I've seen S's
Yes.
cheap on there.
I've seen S's cheap, but you're buying a 2013 or 2014.
Yeah, like a 75 or something, right?
Yeah, but if you start talking the higher end range, like it's cheaper to buy it new than it is to buy it used, and I'm totally confused by the whole thing.
I don't know. That's weird.
You don't have any insight,
Nothing. They don't tell me
No.
anything. They answer my calls. They don't even have a press guy anymore.
aren't you a shareholder?
Yeah, big time.
They get rid of their
Big
yeah,
shout. Going
Get rid of their
crazy.
press PR guys.
I could buy a Tesla right now with all Tesla money.
Speaking of
Any
Tesla,
model.
it'd be a terrible way to spend it.
Oh, it'd be so bad.
what is
I agree.
what are your opinions on the fact that Musk supposedly tried to sell it to Apple?
He said what when the Model 3 was in the shitter.
Yep.
I don't know what year that was. It was what he was trying to sell it to them for 1/10 of what they're valued at now.
Oh, did he say that?
Yeah.
He put it out there, and he said Tim Cook just didn't even take his call.
And no, Apple's
never
being
heard
like,
that.
I'm gonna build a car. I'm like, no, you're not.
So, and the reason I say that is because
Who's richer than Tim Cook right now?
Yeah.
Elon.
Apple may be trying again to build an Apple car.
Yeah, it's never gonna happen.
It's
not going to work.
It's not gonna.
We've seen
no.
car companies try to do it, not
Is that-
fill it
wait,
off.
wait,
I don't
go
think
back
a
up.
software company's
Is
gonna
that the Porsche, like the
Yeah, that's
the
the-
Apple
yeah.
Porsche? Well, let's be clear, that is not an Apple car.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this iconic
That's an
Porsche
Apple thief
935
car.
racer is not the Apple car.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just an interesting.
What do they think they have to bring to the automotive market that isn't already here, or they think they can better? I don't.
nothing. They're just Apple, so it will sell if they can actually put something in the market.
That's
Yeah.
exactly it. Yeah, and it
Just
has
like
to
their
work.
bullshit phones.
And it has to work. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to. That's the other thing is it doesn't have to be the best. It
Right.
just has to function.
Yeah.
Hey, Jesse J in the chat was saying, from what he's seen, They add full self-driving to all the used Tesla cars. You don't have to pay the full $10K for it.
Really? I thought we were just talking about how they took all
Stuff away.
that
Yeah,
stuff
they started
away in
from
the
No,
secondhand
but
market.
that was stuff that wasn't. That's like if you bought it through like a Mercedes dealership. It was a trade-in.
Mhm.
It wasn't buying it secondhand through Tesla. Because Tesla has a huge secondhand thing on their website.
For sure, yeah, and they hate the secondhand market that's not them.
Right. So if they're chucking in free self-driving on their used cars, I mean, that's a ton of money, and it
Yeah.
doesn't cost Tesla anything, if we're honest.
I've never even looked at the secondhand market on Teslas through Tesla.
Oh, you should.
Oh, yeah. That's why
Tons
you
of cars.
fucked up.
Interesting.
yeah, just
go to
right on
Tesla's
their
website. There's a ton of them.
Hmm.
They'll deliver it to you just like the new one.
So what is your? You just want one? Thinking about it, you just
I drive a shit ton for work, my regular job, and a Tesla would fit the perfect spot for me. And I get reimbursed for mileage, and it wouldn't cost me anything. The parking garages in all cities are free to charge electric cars.
right.
So it would put me in a pretty good spot, but
And
I'm not
most
going to
of the-
pay $45,000 for a Model 3 that's used when I can buy a new one
Right.
for the same price.
So
Right, absolutely.
in where you're going, you're almost guaranteed to have access to a charger.
Pretty close.
Okay.
I mean, it's close enough that the gamble is totally worth it for me.
Well, these big denim companies got
Yeah.
chargers all over the place.
Those big blue jean companies.
Yeah.
we may have been delayed a little bit today talking about gene sequencing.
Yeah.
And
Bedazzling.
it's not Andrew. Dice
Also known as
Clay.
bedazzling.
Yeah.
Yes.
Learned a lot in a short time.
Learned a lot.
I'm gonna forget it by tomorrow. But
You're always
I
learning.
have a question,
Never stop learning.
and this question is themed off some, I guess, news.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Everybody's familiar with Pagani, right?
Pagani.
Those things you
Oh,
put,
remember they talked about that
Horatio.
news?
Yeah.
On our last podcast, we talked
Yeah, it was
about they
the
were going to
last
come up with a
podcast.
boat, car, plane.
Right. They were, oh yeah, that thing.
I
And
never
they
even
used it in mock.
I
you
never
put
seen
cheese on it and you grill it, right?
Yeah.
Is this it? Pagani watch.
Yeah, brioche Pagani.
Brioche Pagani. I don't even know if this is it. Actually, yeah, I think it is. Okay, so this is that thing that we talked about,
Okay, what is it?
which I didn't put two and two together until now.
That's why I'm here.
But this raised another question, and dare I say, how much is too much? If you had unlimited amounts of money, how much is too much? For instance, this Pagani Huayra Tricolore is $6.5 million.
Is that a 3-colored pasta?
It's a culmination of all things Italy, I guess. I don't know. I honestly hadn't. Let's see, the tricolor of the Italian flag across the skies. The new Huayra Tricolore Roadster produced for the 60th anniversary. Packs 840 horsepower. It's a V12. A bunch of extras, bunch of custom stuff,
Mercedes V12.
whatever. So this is right.
I've
so
been
this
to
is
Italy
basically
once. Nothing looks like that.
so this was that mock launch thing, and there's a whole fucking thing you
How
can
much
read
am I
about
for it?
$6.5 million.
I'll take one.
so
Sign me up.
so my thought is, I just you have.
What's it do?
It's a car.
Fucking I'm in. Throw it in the bag.
It's a car. It makes a lot of power. Looks a little bit different. But like even with, I mean, I have to think. I don't know. I say this now because I don't have an unlimited amount of money. I'm actually poor. The amount of money to $6.5 million to just throw that at one car is just asinine to me. That's it.
out
You're
of control.
just a fucking asshole.
Good news is they
give
already
me-
sold out.
$100,000 R8, and then I'll put the other $6 million or whatever it is into real estate, and then I don't
So-
care about the rest of it.
Right. It's just
That's crazy.
even with unlimited amounts of money, I don't think I'm buying one car for
Not
that much
it's
money.
not the tricolore. It might be the hand job.
Yeah.
the
Comes as-
buongiorno.
Yeah.
I think it's hard for peasants like us to understand,
understand,
how much
right.
is unlimited money, though.
Right, because I'm sure somebody just thinks this is fucking chump change, and they
Yeah, to
wish they could
someone that's
buy-
like buying a soda.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, yeah,
Yeah.
Christopher Roster.
yeah. But it was just one of those things. Like no matter what, I mean, there's cars I want, but there's cars I would never buy, ever.
Not in
Like
a
even
million
if I
years.
had the money, I just wouldn't buy them because I just can't fathom spending that much money on anything.
Do you know how many Volkswagens you can collect with check engine lights on for that much money?
You know how many?
You could probably buy the company.
You know how many car from Japan? How many car from Japan money that is?
You can buy
That's
6
like-
million.
that's all the cars
That's like
from Japan.
6 billion car from Japan money.
It really is. That's enough quarter cars to get your wife mad. That's
I
enough
agree.
of those.
That's a serious amount. Of
You
cars.
need
Yeah.
to own an airfield to house them all.
Yeah, and maybe that's
Right.
probably not even enough.
Or the actual boat to trek them over.
Yeah.
Have you seen
What?
a Pagani?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I've seen. I've seen a Wyra and a Zonda.
okay,
Yeah,
I've seen a Zonda.
and they're crazy looking.
they're pretty incredible.
They're steampunk looking things.
I just can't really wrap my head around that kind of money, but they do
Right.
look pretty incredible.
yeah.
And I think the majority of them have full carbon fiber wheels.
I think there's a lot. Yeah,
I think
there's
I've seen. I think.
Yeah,
I've
well, I mean,
seen,
so does a
the builds on
Mustang.
those.
So
You're getting more for your money. on that.
Yeah.
Don't get me started on that car.
yeah, the 350R.
Yeah. No comment.
Look
Yeah.
at disgust.
Yeah, look of disgust. Speaking of disgust,
Yes,
did you know you could no longer watch full length Formula One on Pornhub?
I know it's bullshit.
what?
What?
So
There was F1.
You can
Wait,
watch.
What I'm gonna watch in the shower now?
So confused.
What is that? I know you just
if
went,
you weren't aware,
went
because
to a
I
location.
was not. Pornhub would allow you to upload pretty much anything. Anything you wanted could go on Pornhub. There was no filtering process. So that meant, obviously, you get a lot of porn. Fantastic. The site was actually... Buonissimo.
Perfecto.
The site was also packed with excellent content, which included Formula One races.
Yep.
So F1 is notorious for cracking down on any content creator that uses any of its proprietary stuff. So it's kind of hard for people to upload stuff to any other places. However, Pornhub was like a safe haven where they could put it there and you could get a full race. You could just watch it.
Also, the entire series of Cheers was on Pornhub.
Yeah. there was a lot of things.
I'm watching Cheers.
Yeah. There was a lot of other
What are you doing?
like movies and stuff that were on there that you just get put up. You could watch them there and nothing would ever happen because it wouldn't get taken down. But recently,
They had the Deep Six, all that stuff.
yeah, recently they've done a purge of
User content.
9.5 million videos, and
It was a
One-
whole day's worth of uploads.
yeah, F1. got the
I didn't
old-
know that was a thing.
got the
yeah,
old
you-
act.
I didn't
know
see
it
it
was either.
anywhere underneath the stepsister
Why-
stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it wasn't even.
Yeah, yeah,
Why
I'm
am I
totally
paying?
lost.
Why
you
am I
said
paying
9
for
and a half
YouTube?
and my brain shut off.
yeah. It's pretty remarkable. I didn't know idea it was on there at all. And what's a shame is that one of my biggest gripes is I've always wanted to get into F1, but it's kind of like a hard thing to watch because like the times are so weird, and I'm not committed enough to wake up at 3 a.m. to watch some bullshit. And this would have been a perfect fucking solution.
I've always wanted to get into Pornhub, but without F1 on there.
Yeah. No, what are you gonna do on there?
What the fuck am I going to do with this service?
I mean, with only
Ruined.
4 million videos on there now, I mean, what are you gonna do?
yeah.
The
that's tough.
selections, I mean, meek.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
hard to deal with.
A lot of extra time on your hands.
Yeah.
Is that all?
What else do we have for news on that note?
Yeah.
Seems like a vacuum there somewhere.
This-
Somebody should fill that.
It seems like Manscaped would be a great advertisement for Pornhub, you know?
Yeah,
Pun
for sure.
intended.
They probably.
You can't.
I wouldn't
You
doubt
can't
that
play. They're not like Amex. A couple card companies took away. You can't pay
Visa
for
and
Pornhub with
MasterCard,
it.
the two biggest ones.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you can't pay for Pornhub with your card anymore.
Yeah, Pornhub Premium. So now you just go through PayPal.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah.
All right.
Is that-
But if
I
I'm
better
thinking,
cancel
I'll
that
give it a
Bitcoin
shot.
order.
if you link your Visa or MasterCard to your PayPal, it goes through the PayPal payment. So I don't know what the thing is there. Or just get a Discover card because they give them away like it's free.
You know more than I would expect
Yeah.
you to know.
Do they-
Buddy, my job is to know. I show up every Wednesday and I know, and
Hey,
that's it.
Do
I
they
know
take
things.
Luger's charge?
Yeah, they take Luger's,
Peter
they take
Luger's charge
Bitcoin.
and Diners
Yeah,
Club.
they take
Bitcoin.
they take Doge.
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 Bitcoin.
Yeah,
Who would have thought you knew the T's and C's of porn?
yeah, yeah.
You guys take Luger's charge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, those little chocolate coins.
Yeah,
and
Luger's has their own credit card.
Peter Luger's?
Yeah.
You can sign up for the Luger's charge.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Why didn't you
Nobody knows that.
Fucking A.
It's like a paper form you fill out while you're there.
Are
we
you
we
signed
gotta
up?
go
Got a
back.
$25,000 limit on that bad boy.
Yeah, we can go back. I mean,
we
I
gotta
think
go back. I hope that they're still there, right? They're doing fine.
I don't
Yeah,
know
of
how
course
fine
they're
they're
doing,
doing, but
they're
yeah.
doing great, just
Yeah.
like all restaurants right now.
Yeah. Ugh.
No, I'm sure Peter Luger's is hurting, but I think they're still open.
Shout out to Portnoy.
Yeah.
Big
Doing
shout to Luger's.
Yeah.
Shout to the Barstool Fund.
Seriously, shouts to Barstool for raising that money. Any other news?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I got some videos.
Okay.
I got some videos
what do
too.
you
Yeah.
got for videos?
Time for a video. Mighty Car Mods. They're doing
Ooh.
a 4x4 mods, and they're pretending to be the best 4x4 YouTube channel. It's hilarious. They have a Jimny. It's funny.
Jimny is the best.
It is the best. So I watched that. It's fun. I like the Mighty Car Mods people.
I like them a lot too. I find them very entertaining. I don't follow along as intently as I used to, but they pop up in my like recommended so often. I chime in once in a while and
Yeah, same.
I enjoy their stuff. What do I got here? I have not a new video, but about a year ago, build biology video. Steph Papadakis brought on his. I'm gonna call it loosely a Honda Civic. It's not really a Honda Civic. It just happens to have some body panels from a Honda Civic. Drag car, which is the first car to get into the 9s. It's yellow. It's so obnoxious. It's a full tube frame car, and they do like a 20-something minute like breakdown of the car.
Watch your foot. You're right on the cable for the feed.
On the feed?
I just didn't want it to.
Oh, yeah. That's when we need to
Pull
lose
that
the
thing.
feed.
Yeah.
That's the important one.
Yeah, it's definitely an important one. It's super interesting. It's a lengthy video. Steph Papadakis, everything he does, I'm into. So it was cool, and especially to see a car that's built 20 years ago still be able to kind of go out there and hold its own compared to like the 4-piston cylinder head guys who are running all motor 9-second passes as well right now. And now it's 20 years later after Steph was doing it. Pretty cool.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Yeah, and it's wild how advanced it was for its time, but like how old everything is. Like on the back, the car doesn't have a battery, so on the back there's a plug-in battery charger on the back bumper with a giant like autometer like voltage gauge, like huge, probably like 4 or 5 inch round voltage gauge, and there's a little like toggle switch next to it, and right before you would stage to do your run, someone would run up and flip the toggle switch. The data logger could only run so long because memory was so short.
Yep.
So it could only run for a few seconds. So it would record your stage, your burnout, your pass, and then at some point on your way back, it would shut down.
Wow.
And then you'd have your pass data.
Nice.
Right.
Crazy.
That's fucking cool.
But I don't know the guy's name who does the build biology.
Nads?
I don't know. He's the older gentleman.
The beard?
Yeah.
That nobody likes? Nads.
Best one to do it.
Yeah, he's excellent.
Best one.
He's
Yeah.
a big Honda guy, too, so that helps a lot.
Oh, yeah. You could tell because he was like nerding out over this.
Yeah, when he first came on, people didn't really like him because he does know so much about that shit.
Yeah.
He's not as goony as some of the guys were, especially back in the day. But yeah, he's definitely proven himself on those older builder biologies. I don't know if he still does them. I think he does though.
Yeah, I've seen some of the newer ones. I think he did Riley Stayer's Trans Am, which is still probably 3 months or so old or whatever. But
Yeah.
he did that one as well. So big fan
show.
of that.
Big show. I saw a Hoonigan video.
Let's hear it.
The Unpros, Hurt and Rob, aka Chair Slayer, did Drift Week, which is kind of like Race Week but for drifting, and they go to 5 tracks instead of a billion because obviously drift cars break constantly.
Mm-hmm.
But it's Hurt drives his. He just built a GS 300 with an SR, not an SR, 2 JZs.
Yep.
Cool, man.
In his garage.
It was a lot of content. I mean, seriously, it's like 30-something minutes, 3 videos.
Is him like
each.
rap squatting in front of it? Is that video?
He rap squats in front of it sometimes. I don't know if he does particularly in this one.
No, like the thumbnail. Because I keep seeing it
probably.
pop up, and I added it to my watch later to check out.
But it's pretty good. It's just cool to see that car. I mean, I like those big body boys spinning around, you know. So
Yeah.
it was really cool to see. Yeah, I thought there was a little extra time on. You could have done the whole thing in one video, if I'm honest. But hey, whatever. I'll take an hour and a half on the treadmill. See
I was
what
gonna say
happens.
they get it's
No, I really like those guys, and I
slim
like what they
pickings.
do. But there were some points it was like, all right, I mean,
Yeah, we
all
get
right,
it.
yeah, we're gonna keep going through this. But it breaks down so many times. Makes sense.
it's just accurate. I haven't watched anything too crazy. I've been watching some best motoring stuff, which is funny. Just good to watch. Good to put on in the background. We made a video. There's another vlog of ours.
I have Revival
put out
YouTube's
there.
written down here.
That was pretty good. Noah and I did some repair-ish stuff to the E36 and ultimately found more stuff wrong with it. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, so where are we at with that? This way we can kind of allude to what we're going to be making a new video on eventually.
Well, the E36 sounds as if there's a bullfrog stuck inside the motor,
Mm.
which in a weird way almost sounded like there was an exhaust leak, or
Definitely
a bad
sounded like an
gasket,
exhaust leak,
or
yeah.
just that, and that's kind of the path we first thought. Well, all right, so we'll kind of go back. E36s in particular, they have these secondary air system block off plates, or there's secondary air hole ports there on the side of the head itself, and you can block those off. So I was going to do that anyway. So I bought those block off plates a while back. They're cheap. All right, that'll probably fix it. Let's put those on. Did that. Didn't fix it. Okay, there's got to be a bad gasket somewhere else. Probably the mid pipe or something along those lines. Bought the gaskets for the mid pipe. That's what we were doing in the video. Put those in. Didn't solve the problem. All right, shit, still there. Maybe it's the exhaust manifold gasket. And we really started poking around. Got our heads up close to it. All right, yeah, it's probably this gasket. All right, how can we check that out? The next day, not on film, Noah sprayed it down from a cold start just to see if there was any air coming out of it, because that'd be kind of hopefully a good tell. That was not the case, so him and Kyle started poking around on it a bit more, got out the thermal cams and stethoscopes and all that sort of stuff, and just it's an internal
Petroleum jelly.
noise coming from the motor. So we're thinking it's some sort of sticky lifter, or a lifter that's basically stuck closed, I believe.
Collapsed.
And that's what's causing the bullfrog sound, if you will. So that's kind of where we're at. I ordered some, shouts to FCP Euro, some hydraulic lifter additive, and going to see if that's going to take care of it, because those things get pretty gross and sticky over time. There's some ports in there that stuff can build up, and fingers crossed that solves it.
You said it's Liquid Moly that makes that stuff?
Liquid Moly makes it. So there's a video I found of an E36 M3 that sounds identical to what's happening with mine. They use this additive stuff and take it down the road, and it clears up within 5-10 minutes. So fingers crossed that's it.
That'd be a sweet fix.
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be wonderful, especially for $6.03.
Yeah. So they did a new Unicorn versus thing
Yeah.
versus a 4GT.
Yeah, I didn't bother.
I don't know why they bothered.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
it's half the horsepower, the same weight, 2 cylinders less. It wasn't even.
Not even remotely. It was over before it started.
I saw the first race and I was like, oh, okay. Because I've gotten to the point now when they pop up, I just skip the first 4 minutes because it's just the same video.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I just wait for the race to happen. And then once I saw the first one, I was like, oh, that's right. In the grand scheme of things, it's not that fast.
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
it's just not that fast. So
Yeah, I seen a couple of them, like the drag car one,
Yeah.
and that. I'm just not watching them anymore.
I really enjoyed all of them
Until I see the
this one.
Calvo Viper, you're not getting me on the channel.
It looks like he races a Ferrari. The video comes out tomorrow.
What kind of Ferrari?
With a Tributo,
Doesn't matter.
the F12 looks like it's beating the shit out of the Unicorn.
Oh,
Really?
so
Literally
if-
by bus lens.
If it's the
Yeah.
F12 Berlinetta or whatever,
Yeah,
those things are, they make
Yeah.
a means. They make a
How?
means to meet the ball.
Those
Yeah.
things have like 600 horsepower.
looks like it's beating the shit out of the Unicorn. Unless
Yeah, maybe that's how they shot the picture.
yeah.
I mean, I can take a
Interesting.
picture that makes it look like that the mirror's beating the shit out of something, but it ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, it's interesting. I enjoy them a lot, so I watch them. I just kind of skip through them now instead of wading through all the bullshit at the beginning and just kind of check them out. But I was like, what the fuck? It was the owner of Borla owns the Ford GT. Exhaust on it was super cool, like carbon surrounds for the exhaust, and it was like a floating exhaust. It was cool. It sounded, in my opinion, no different than a stock Ford GT. So I don't know what you did there, but the guy was cool. He was
Good way
happy.
to spend some cash. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Good way to spend.
Yeah,
Burn some capital.
if it's an F12, I mean, I say this in only, but makes 730 horsepower
Yeah, right.
in comparison to the
Yeah.
Unicorn. It's just why we.
Yeah, it looked like it was like getting some. So, like I said, I continue to watch them just because I enjoy that content.
Maybe we
Isn't it
find
rear
out.
drive as well?
I believe so. Maybe we find out there's 2 of those motors and they're
Yeah, right. And it's like-
turbocharged and on the fridge. I don't know.
Yeah, probably the fridge.
Anything else for videos?
I have one more, and it is an Ammo NYC video where he literally goes to NYC
Yeah.
or I should say, actually, it was the Bronx or Brooklyn, and picks up a 56-mile Buick Grand National
Oh boy.
to wash and clean this thing, and really wasn't much wash or cleaning because the original owner bought it, drove it home, put it in the garage. It sat there. Husband passed away, and a few years later, she's like, "Okay, I gotta get rid of this thing. It's just sitting here. It's been sitting in what looked like a really nice barn, actually." And another gentleman buys it, and that's the gentleman who got in touch with Larry. He brings it home to his garage that looks to be probably about half the size of this room.
Yep.
Puts the Grand National in it with a driveway that was, if the car is 6 feet wide, the driveway was 6 foot 3 inches wide with a brick building on either side.
Oh boy.
And most of the video of them trying to finagle it out of there. There's not much cleaning to be done because no one really touched the car.
Right.
Yeah, and they just clean it up. It's cool. If you
Yeah.
want to see like what it looked like new, you know,
Right,
that's
there's
cool.
a
There it is.
perfect example.
But
Right.
it was a cool video just to watch, and then they do a bunch of work at the end to kind of start it up and make sure it runs and drives, and it's pretty.
They are.
Oh yeah, they're
They
beautiful.
purred it.
Still.
My favorite
still-
is the air conditioning vent.
Yeah.
It blows right at the beans.
Yeah. Because you're always on the sauce.
Yeah. It just
Yeah.
blows
Like
directly.
the boom sauce.
Yeah.
And she's going to sell it? That
No,
was the plan?
So the woman sold it to this gentleman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
This guy's gonna run this thing to the ground or what?
I'm sure we'll see that up on the old Bring a Trailer or something.
Bring a
Yeah,
trailer.
over
Right.
and over and
Yeah.
over
Right.
again.
Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see what a 56-mile car is valued at for somebody. Somebody
All
thinks
the
it's-
money.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine what that would go for.
It'd be beautiful to see that thing never get used.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. I was just gonna say, imagine if the owner drove it.
Yeah. So at
Pay all the
33
money.
years, in 56 miles, it's like there's not much use
That
there.
car will never see 100 miles.
No.
Probably not. I'm just quickly looking these up.
What are you looking
on-
up on your
The old Grand National.
Yeah.
oh
just out
on
of
Car
curiosity,
MD
yeah.
again? Wherever you
No.
got your boxer numbers from?
What's that dot way at the top?
That dot way at the top.
Looks like they go for about 900,000.
Actually, it's all right. So an 8 mile shouts,
eight,
8 miles.
8 as in like the figure 8.
Number 8 shouts to Eminem.
Yeah.
Big shout.
Marshall
Yep.
Mathers.
Spaghetti.
Spaghetti, Idaho. Hi.
8 mile 1987. Buick GNX
Ooh, GNX.
sold for $200,000.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
So this thing's gonna be under that. This thing's gonna be
Yeah,
straight up
so-
affordable.
There's a 500 mile variant
Yep.
for 130.
So we're going in between there. We're going 175. How long
there's-
ago was that 200?
So that 200
Looks like this
was
year.
February of last year.
Oh,
Okay. Nah, so it'll be around
Buck
$175.
It's probably a $200,000 car.
So I'd say somewhere between 150, 200. I'd
Yeah.
assume.
So I'm sure we'll
That I
see
put
it
that down payment on a Wyra.
go for sale somewhere and be sold and put away somewhere to
And then
nowhere.
sold again in a couple of years. Anything else for videos? Or do you want to talk to our mans here and find out what's happening in
I wanna
his,
chat
in
with
his
Nick.
You gonna hit him?
wheelie world?
You hit him with the big sound?
It's the main topic. Main topic.
Topic.
That's it.
So good.
Shit gets weird here at night.
Yes, it does.
Gets in deep into the dark.
So what's going on in your world these days, buddy?
I don't know, man.
Mr. One.
Same shit.
So, if anybody who's listening is not familiar, Nick is what I would say a mad scientist when it comes to all things three-piece wheels or wheels in general.
Wheels.
Yeah. Anything oddball wheels. I like to do things that people don't do. That's really what it comes down to.
That's true because
Yeah.
we've shot a video of how you essentially turn a single-piece wheel into a three-piece wheel.
Yeah.
How's business right now? I mean, for how shitty it is in the world.
Yeah. So 6 months ago, I had some issues in my shop involved the shop fire, which kind of set me back pretty far.
Wow, that was 6 months ago.
Yeah, man. It was
Jesus.
June. It was. It's been crazy.
It's
been
still
crazy.
March.
I was just going to say this is the longest March ever. So
Yeah,
I don't.
so
it's tough to tell. I
it's
don't even know
been-
if it's nighttime or day. But
Yeah, it's been quite a setback, but right now I've moved my location back to my home shop, which is where I shot our original video.
yeah.
Massively
what,
impressive home
Was that
shop.
a year ago?
Probably. I know it was in the
Yeah.
winter. I know there was snow on the ground
Yeah.
when we went there. So,
So I moved it back, and it's tough going from 1,600 square feet to 400 square feet.
Yeah.
I can't take on as much work as I did. I can't do as much intricate work as I did before, but I'm functioning.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of moving forward. Last year I took on, I think, 50 builds over the winter into the spring, and this year I only took on 20. So I took on way less work, but I think it's all going to be good for me moving forward.
Yeah.
All the builds that I took on specifically for when I post my content on Instagram or Facebook, something that's going to be eye-catching. So I took on very important builds, I think, this year. So I was able to limit some of the stuff that I took on to boost some of the builds that I do, so it looks like, I'm building very good content instead of just average refinishing content. So
Right,
I'm doing a
right.
lot of
It's-
custom stuff.
right, this stuff, right, this it's going to be impactful stuff that you're building.
Correct.
Versus just, refinishing is refinish, and it's
Yep.
great, but it's just,
A lot of the stuff I took on this year is more of a custom stuff. So I'm taking on a few single-piece to three-piece rebuilds. I'm taking on a lot of two-piece to three-piece rebuilds, and I'm taking on a few two-piece to three-piece, which are stepping up to like 20 and 21-inch wheels. So I'm doing a lot of Audi A7 and S7 wheels, like a lot of bigger stuff, which I find entertaining.
Yeah.
Because I am an Audi VIP type guy. I really am hoping sometime in the next 6 months I can land myself an A8 long door
yeah.
to build VIP wheels for. So that's kind of what I love to do.
Can you tell us a couple of those projects? If you can't, it's fine. But
Yeah.
So you mentioned a couple single piece and three piece.
Yep, I'm building some single piece to three piece. I'm doing a set of Volkswagen teardrops from, so that's a factory 14-inch wheel, I believe, and
Yep.
I'm building them to a 17, and that's going to be a three-piece build. It's going to be face mounted with a high polished lip and barrel, and that's going to go on a Mark 1 Volkswagen Caddy. I'm doing a couple builds that are RS2 builds, which are pretty popular right now. Although I don't necessarily like them, I do understand why people build them, and RS2 builds are pretty popular right now. So I'm doing a couple of those. I'm doing two actually full MS6 Manta Ray MS6 builds, which are pretty awesome. I think off the top
The
of my
hell
head,
is that Manta Ray MS6?
LM.
Look it up.
What are
Yeah, I'm
PD's
it's
wheels
like
right now.
the epitome of all JDM three-piece wheels. It's like my favorite wheel ever created.
So I was just going to ask you that,
Yeah.
and that's it.
JDM wise, that is to
Okay.
me like the best wheel ever created. I have these weird, I compartmentalize a lot of these wheels
Get an eye on that core.
because I work on a lot of the stuff that I started working on was all BBS stuff. So I'm very, that's it right
Yeah.
there. Yeah. I'm definitely,
Okay.
I think BBS is probably the best wheel company that there has ever been. And this is a lot of the wheels that I work on. But in the last 3 or 4 years, because this hobby turned to a business, I definitely have started working more on JDM stuff, which I was never into until somewhat recently. But a lot of the stuff that's done now is just incredible. Looking on the JDM wheel market now after seeing the BBS wheel market, a lot of the stuff that they built was done correctly. And that's what I like about it. So BBS has always done things correctly. A lot of the JDM, when you're talking SSR or WEDs or work wheels, the way that they design their wheel faces is done correctly.
What do you mean by done correctly? So what is that?
Yeah. So
No. So like, to design a one, like, what would be your goal you're setting out to do?
So if, from my perspective, somebody who builds wheels regularly, somebody that designs a wheel correctly has set out and understood that the average person may or may not attempt to disassemble and reassemble their own wheels. So they're going to have a lip and a barrel and a face. So the way that they used to build it was that the face and the barrel would index properly with the face. So anybody could essentially disassemble their own wheels, pull the 40 bolts out or 36 bolts or whatever it is, change out their lip and barrel, put it all back together. Their face and their barrel would index properly with the face.
I gotcha.
The face essentially would have the register machined properly so the lip and barrel would fit together.
Yeah, like a puzzle piece.
Yeah, that's not how it works anymore.
Let me stop you for 1 second.
Okay.
What is your watch?
That is a Volk Racing
I thought so.
TE37 watch.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that is amazing.
Oh, that's
that?
fantastic.
Okay, so if it wasn't you were into wheels enough, you wear a wheel as your watch. Okay.
It's my favorite watch
All right,
ever.
well, no, I totally get what you're saying
That's
now,
a
where
sick
like it's a
watch.
puzzle piece and putting it
Yeah.
together. It can only go together essentially one way, is what you're saying.
That
Correctly,
is
one way.
the old way. I would say from year like 2005 backwards.
Yeah.
That is how wheels are assembled.
You just pulled a back in my day.
Yeah, that's not how it works anymore.
Yeah.
So-
And it's extremely frustrating to me.
So one thing I wanted to ask you about wheel assembly is not too long ago, I'd say 2, maybe 3 weeks ago, you posed a question on Instagram
Mhm.
of how a certain wheel was built or why.
Yeah.
Can you please elaborate on that? I know, and
I
I
can.
didn't know the answer, and I was fascinated by it, and I wanted to see the answer. And it was even more fascinating that besides you, there were 2 other people who got it correct. I
Yes.
believe within, DM'd you or whatever and
Yes.
said why. But that video and explanation was
Oh, was
awesome.
those Petey Pete's wheels?
That was
Those
that
wheels
was
are
his
sick.
LMGT2s. And so that wheel was created to be mounted. That's a 2-piece wheel. So that's mounted in a single-piece barrel, and that face was designed to be mounted from the rear. So it had a full register in the front, and it was designed to be mounted from the rear. And because it was in a reverse barrel, they actually machined the sides of the face down where the bolt pattern is, so it would fit past the reverse barrel.
For lack of a better term, instead of a full circle, it almost looks like they shaved it to be an oval.
It was actually an oval. That's 100%. It's an oval.
Purposely.
It's the
so they
only
could get
way
it
you
by.
can fit it past the drop center in those barrels.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, I'm convinced that somebody at Raised handed this off to a secretary who ordered reverse barrels for faces that just couldn't possibly work, and they machined 1,000 faces that they didn't know what to do with. So they just made them oval to work into the barrels.
To just sort
It's
out.
so crazy. It makes no sense why they would do it.
Who manufactured those wheels?
That's Raised.
Does Raise as
Yeah.
well? Okay.
How many have you ever seen? Was that the first one you ever seen like
No,
that?
that's
Okay.
like the 3rd set I've probably
Okay,
refinished
so
in 10
that's what I
years.
was going to ask is how often something like that does come up.
It's the only set that I've ever seen created. The LMGT2 is the only set I've ever seen created that was machined like that. But I've seen 3 sets of those previously.
What?
I've never seen another manufacturer do this.
Right.
It's
Right.
oddball.
Which leads to this is a mistake and they have to fix it.
Yeah, they had to figure out what to do. They had these reverse barrels and these faces that we're trying to mount in here, and they don't fit. How are we going to fix it? We're going to machine the sides so they're oval.
Machine the sides so they're oval and give 2 additional pieces that go on the backside.
Yes.
Right?
Well, they had to make up for
to
the fact
kinda
that they
sandwich-
machined the center of the holes off. They
Right,
literally took
right.
off half the flange.
Yeah. It was such a cool and rare thing. I've never seen it before.
They
Yeah,
look,
I have
they look
no.
legitimately broken.
They
Right,
really do.
right.
I
The
can't
face
tell
is,
you
like,
how many people I had,
devastated.
oh my God, what is this hack job? I'm like, no.
Well, when you put up the video, I was like, oh, this is a joke. Like, they're broken. Like, he's just
Yeah.
kind of like, oh, yeah, what do you do with this now?
Yeah.
Like, and then you further explained it, and I thought, oh, well, joke's on me. So.
Yes. Yeah. You
Yeah.
along with hundreds of other people.
Well, like, if I was at home and I had disassembled these, I would have said, well,
Wheels are shot.
yeah.
Yeah,
wait,
these
it's
things
paid way
are-
too
these
much
things are
money for
fucked.
these.
Yeah.
No, it's pretty crazy. When I ran across that set of wheels the first time, probably 6 years ago, they didn't have the brackets on the back.
Right.
So now I'm taking apart a wheel that's a 2-piece wheel with a face that's oval, and I'm like, who cut these fucking things? This doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And as soon as I started researching, I was like, oh, I see. They're just missing the brackets, but this was
Yeah.
actually designed to mount like this from the factory.
Can you still get brackets?
No.
Okay.
No,
So
they got to be made.
I was
Luckily
just gonna
enough,
say
Pete's wheels, the brackets are fully intact, so I can clean them up and start over. But
yeah.
most of the time, those brackets are missing.
Yeah.
Completely gone. Luckily,
seems
that
extra
set came
sketch.
from directly from Japan in his luggage. So
Right.
I had everything I needed, which is great.
Shouts to Pete.
Yeah.
Shouts to Pete at Ransom Garage. So in your travels, I say this travels meaning wheel travels, if you will. Can you give us the rarest set of wheels you ever worked on?
I would say the set that I'm building right now for a customer, he's got a 90, I think it's a 1990 Corrado. I'm building a set of Conchi wheels for it. They're typically, that's a Porsche bolt pattern. They're like a 16 by 8 from the factory. Well, they're a 2-piece wheel, and it's a welded barrel. And I've pulled the faces out, and I'm going to build these to a 3-piece. I think we're going to build them to a 16 by 9 and a 16 by 10, staggered for his car. But this is totally custom. They don't make parts for these faces. Mm-hmm. It's the only set of faces I've ever seen. I'm pretty sure they're magnesium, but I can't tell yet.
Just slam it on the ground. See what
Yeah,
happens.
light it on fire.
They're extremely light. They look like the old BBS, like maybe E52, E55 faces.
Real meshy?
Yeah, meshy, and they actually poke forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty cool faces.
Did you unfortunately lose some of your personal stuff in the fire?
I'm
sorry, wheel-wise.
Only equipment.
Okay.
So the best part about that is that I didn't lose any of my rare personal shit. I only lost equipment that I can't get back for probably a very long time.
Still unfortunate and sucks.
Yes.
But that was
I didn't lose any of the parts that I've been collecting for over 10 years.
And you know, off camera while we were there, I mean, we went up to your shop twice.
Yeah.
First time just to go say hello, meet and greet, maybe shoot a couple photos, but then literally as Corey and I walked in, within about 5 seconds, I said, "Uh-oh, no, we need to come back because this needs to be filmed and we need to properly show what this is."
Yeah. So well outside of what I do for this side business is my hobby, well before any of this turned to a business, was wheels. I listen to your guys' podcasts like very regularly, and you guys dive deep into like car shit that I don't understand. I'm not kidding you.
You're a wheel guy.
I'm a freaking wheel guy. Yeah. It's hard to explain that to somebody, but like I can explain, and I understand suspension geometry. I understand all of the things related to wheels and ride height and how to make a car look good parked.
Yeah.
But when you guys are talking about all your car shit, sometimes I'm like, man, I don't know what they're talking
What are these guys on about?
I don't know what they're talking about. But it's like this wheel thing has been a hobby for me well before it was a business. This was never supposed to be a business.
Right. It was just...
It was me, like, so what I did, I was collected for years and years and years. And it got to the point where I had to move from, what do you call it? Leo Minister? What do you
Leo
call
Minister.
it? No, you call it something else.
Leo Minister Mass, yeah.
So I had to move from there to where I am now. And I'm like, I have too many fucking wheels. I literally have to sell these things because I don't want to move them 50 miles.
Right.
So I went on frickin' Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace, and I just started liquidating all my shit. And then that is literally when my hobby turned to a business. Because there's a lot of people that are like, well, do you have this or this? Can you build this or this? And it was like, all of a sudden, this thing that was not supposed to be a business was a business, and I was not prepared for it.
Suddenly turned into it.
Yes. And then for the last 3 years, it's been absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. I can't keep up. It's the point, I feel bad sometimes. I log on to Instagram. I'm like, I have 50 unread messages. I can't keep up with these people. I hope they don't think that I don't like them or something.
Right,
I literally just can't keep up with these people.
Because, you know, you still have a day job.
Yes,
you actually,
I still work 40 plus hours a week,
say,
well outside of wheels.
You have a day job that is quite involved as well.
Yes,
to just say it lightly, and a family. So
yes, I'm heavy into biotech. So I'm involved with the COVID vaccine and all of this shit that's happening with the pandemic. I'm heavily involved. So outside of my side job, I'm real deep into regular day job type work.
Right. So it's not, and I mean, you know, people are going to have their own opinions and they'll complain, whatever. It's fine.
It is what it is. I mean, if you want to get a hold of me, just keep pinging me. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. And just try to be patient. You know, we live in a shit world.
Absolutely.
so there's some other priorities that we got to take care of first.
That's very true.
What is your favorite aspect about building wheels?
I would say when a customer, so I have my average customers that will bring me a set of wheels and say, hey, I want these lips brushed and this face, I want them done in rose gold or something crazy. And all of that.
Where's the wrench?
Where's the wrench? Shows to the wrench.
Where's that
Craftsman
powder
coated.
Here we go. Craftsman wrench. All of that is fun. I enjoy when a customer brings me a set of wheels and they've seen what I've done in the past and they say, I want this to be a chef's choice type build. And that is my favorite thing in the world. They're going to hand me a set of wheels with pictures of their car and say, I want you to refinish these or rebuild these in exactly what you think is the best thing we can have for my car.
Commissioned.
It's
Here's a
the
commission.
freaking best thing in the world.
Well, I told
Not
you-
only can I refinish these things however I want, but like I get to pick the finishes. Like there's something about that to me that allows me to tie an entire build together.
Yeah.
Because I won't just take a picture of the whole outside of the car. I want all the pictures of the car. I want to see exactly what this car is, and they will allow me to design and build a set of wheels to exactly what they have. It's few and far between that a customer will allow me to go that far, but when it happens, it makes all of the other stuff worth it for me.
Nick was less than stoked when I said, "Here, redo these wheels as if you never touched them."
I've told so many people how fucking tough
I want you to
thing
redo
was.
these, and I want you to make it look like you never.
I
even
want
worked
you to
here.
redo these and then make it look like you never went near them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I made up for it because I was like, here's some RSs. What do you think we
Yes.
should do?
What do you want to do with
And the
these
first
RSs?
picture you sent me the RSs that you thought we were going to do, I was like, that's
That's it.
fucking unbelievable.
Yes.
We're on the same wavelength.
Yes, it's something about colors. I enjoy that. It's like not only do I get to polish a turd, but I get to add in like my little flair to it, and that's
Yeah.
what I enjoy the most. Like easily what I enjoy the most.
Kind of going backtrack for a moment.
Yeah.
But you mentioned something earlier in particular about BBS.
Mm.
What makes, in your opinion, them the best?
I think I've disassembled and reassembled so many wheels that there's very few that have been designed with the strength and tolerance that BBS had in mind when they built those RSs.
And I assume that's just because of the racing heritage.
I would imagine, but that follows through with every three-piece wheel BBS ever built. They all had the same design in mind. When you talk about even BBS Strosek, or you talk the Mazda Postert faces, or you talk BBS RT faces or RF faces, they all have the same thing designed into them, where they were designed to be very strong. They were designed to be disassembled and reassembled multiple times without needing dial indicators to keep parts centered. It was all done very, very intelligently.
Yeah.
There's something about that. Any wheel that's been built since 2010, maybe 2012, anybody who wants to take apart a new wheel, and I'm not going to name any names, but you want to start taking apart new wheels and reassembling them, you better be ready to find a way to center your parts, because the face doesn't index with the lip and it won't index with the barrel. Parts float. And what they do is they use the 40 bolts or 36 bolts that run through the face, lip, barrel. They use those to hold the parts together, but there's no way to center the barrel anymore. There's no indexing with the face to the barrel. So what they do is require you to have some kind of a rig setup where you have a dial indicator where you can dial in your parts as you spin them to keep them centered before you bolt them together. I understand that 40 bolts is strong enough when you talk about shear strength. It's strong enough to keep your part and your wheel together when you hit a massive pothole. But it's a terrible way to design a wheel. It doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that all of these newer wheel companies are taking massive shortcuts to send three-piece wheels out the door and start making $4,000 or $5,000 a set, because there's no thought on what's going to happen if we have to rebuild any of them. And I think that's terrible.
Yeah.
Honestly, from somebody who's been doing this well before a business, from somebody who did this as an enthusiast, I think it's a terrible way to design a wheel. They're all sending these three-piece face designs out to this one wheel company in California that's all cutting their faces, and they're sending them back out, and they're shipping out standard lips and barrels. It's like this cookie cutter type three-piece build, but none of it can be rebuilt by a standard civilian without like proper dial indicator tools anymore.
Right.
I think that's terrible. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. And your opinion is much different than the general consumer.
I would imagine, but
Yeah.
the first time a general consumer took apart an old style BBS wheel or an old style WEDS wheel or an old style SSR or work wheel, and then they disassembled a new style wheel, they would say, what the fuck is going on here?
And
This barrel is just floating here. They
and-
expect me to center this? How?
I mean, unfortunately, it's like that with everything.
Yeah.
You know, that term, don't make it like they used to.
Correct.
That's a perfect.
Do you know how much money they're going to make? Now, they're saving all the money in the world by saving all that machine work on the rear side of the face.
I was just going to ask that. How much is it to actually do on like the machine aspect? Like how much would it be to actually add like an indexing point of some sort?
I don't know how much they're saving, but I know it's not mostly in material. It's going to be in machining time. Is that the least amount of machine work they can do on the rear side of the face, the more money they're going to make. All the machine work's done on the front now.
Yeah.
Because they want the front to look pretty,
Yeah.
but they don't care about the actual mechanical aspect of the wheel, and that to me is a real problem.
Because I'm just thinking, like, I mean, it's a machine, but what is it now? Like, if you were to add something to the program where there's like you said, like some sort of indexing point to base everything off of, seems like it could solve a lot of issues here.
That's what bothers me the most.
Yeah, I see you're rather worked up over there,
that
sir.
much work. yeah, exactly. It's not that much more work or materials to do these correctly, so regular people can disassemble and reassemble. But they don't put that thought into it. Yeah. Where back in the day, that thought wasn't even there. This is how we're going to do it.
Right. And yeah, you can make the argument for back in the day. Again, especially with the motorsport heritage, that was the intent. It was going to have to be replaced at some point.
Well, to a point with the JDM stuff, a lot of that was not motorsport heritage. That was all vanity.
Right, so them as
like,
well.
Literally all vanity. Everything, like you talk about 18 or 19-inch Baz Rays, like
So
Wed's
in
Baz
what-
Rays, like all of that stuff is vanity wheels.
So just what's the time frame on those? In other words, decades-wise, is it similar to why they overbuilt cars as well? Meaning, is it in the 90s?
Late 90s, I would say, yeah.
Around that
But
same time
same
frame.
thing with RSs or RFs. You can buy those into early 2000s.
And they were still
built correctly.
Yeah. How is their new stuff? Or
I
where
don't
they-
know. I have
okay, that's-
literally zero experience with any new BBS stuff, even getting into the two-piece wheels.
Yeah.
It's all old stuff. That's what I enjoy. Being able to take something that looks like a pile of shit and turning it into something that looks awesome, to me, is why I do what I do. At the same time, I also enjoy the construction principles that all these companies used. But when I get these new three-piece wheels in from all these new companies, it's like, it's shocking. It's shocking to me that all of these companies are able to continue doing what they're doing. It's my opinion. I've disassembled and reassembled too many wheels there's something going on here. I don't know what they're saving in time or machine work, but it doesn't make any sense to me. I'll take an old wheel any day of the week.
Speaking of old wheels, what's your favorite BBS?
I would say probably I like the BBS Strosex because they work on standard BBS parts, but they're an oddball face that most people don't see. But I don't know. In general, BBS, RS, RT, RF, anything in the 16-inch, 17-inch, 34-hole face. You have what?
I said I would love a set of RS.
Oh, I thought you said you had. I was like,
No.
Sell 'em?
No, I wish. I don't think you understand how many alerts I have set up across every single eBay in every single country.
Yeah.
And just trying. The only thing I don't really fuck with is the Yahoo auctions and all that over there in Japan.
Yeah,
because
it
like
works. You can still do it.
Yeah, you can, but
You gotta stay out of that place.
Yeah,
Dark place.
the BBS RT Lawrencer faces are probably. I have a few Mercedes now. The RT Lawrencer faces, to me, are like right up there with one of my favorite wheels. It's just like it's such an iconic design. It works on every 5x112 car ever created. I love that face. But if I had to pick one wheel, it would probably always be the RS, even though there's 1,000 different replica companies.
Yeah.
Just that, to me, that wheel was built exactly how it should have been, exactly correctly. That's just how I feel.
first try, nailed it.
Exactly. Nailed it.
You go to great lengths to research this stuff. Even parts wise.
Yeah.
Like you've been to the point of like manufacturing, who manufactures said bolt and all that sort of stuff. And do you enjoy the chase?
Yes, the most.
Okay.
Like I said, this wasn't supposed to be a business. That's
Right.
not where all this came from. It started from being like a passion. Like when Chuck gave me his
you're
wheels.
clearly passionate about
Yeah,
it.
when Chuck gave me his wheels, I'm like, fuck, we got to get rid of these lips here, dude. Let's go with these bigger slants that you can't fucking get anymore.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Like, it was a super easy, like, quick thing. Like, hey, we can fit an extra ½ inch. Let's go to the 2-inch slant lips because they're not they're not easy to find anymore.
And
This is exactly what we want.
The first time I went to your old shop, and obviously I've been to your new at-home shop,
Yeah.
but I just remember walking in there and you were like, yeah, we should do this hardware. It's like, yeah, you want me to order something? I'm like, no, I got the hardware. And there was just like endless bins of like real deal shit, you know?
Yes.
Because I'm thinking, all right, he's going to redo the wheels. Like, I'll order the hardware from whoever, send it to him. And it's just like, oh, no, this is like,
Yeah.
this shit's legitimate. You don't.
No,
there's
I
no
collect
customer
this shit,
supplied
man.
parts used at this place.
Yeah,
you know?
no,
And-
I collect it because to me, the finishes and colors and the contrast to me is what makes the whole thing fun.
And
That's why I save it all. I make sure I have everything in stock because I, at an instant, want to be able to compare things back and forth. So
And my first set I brought over to you were Mega Turds when
those
they
things
came
were
over to you.
fucked, man. Those
They
were,
were-
that was a
Stevie,
giant
was
pile
that
of
the
dog
Stevie
shit.
Wonder
The
ones?
Stevie
Stevie
Wonders,
Wonders.
yeah, the bass boats.
Dude,
I
that
brought them
was
over,
like
and you were
3
just
different
like,
powder coat
"Oh, I
jobs
know."
on top of each other. They actually had like hash marks in them because 2 powder coat jobs before the one that you saw didn't cure properly. It was terrible.
and
But at least I got to fuck with them.
no,
you know?
and you were like, yeah, no, we can fix these.
Yeah,
This
no,
could be
I-
some work, but we
I
can
can
fix these. Dude, they came out ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
it's always tough when you have an aluminum face with a plastic center cap. So
Oh my
with
God,
yours,
to
I had
match
to
that?
color match the center cap to the powder coat, which is a little tough, but
considering that, yeah, it wasn't just like, yeah, we're painting wheels silver. It's like we're going almost white. And I was like,
Yes.
do whatever you want. Dude, came out ridiculous, and it's just, yeah, I don't know. I talk to you about wheels too much, probably, because I
No.
get cars, and it's just like,
you can't.
what
talk
should
to
I
me
do?
about
You're
wheels
like,
too much.
something old.
Yes, something
Okay.
old.
Something old. What do you get for
Yes.
4-inch wide,
Yeah, don't buy
4
anything
by
new.
110s?
Let's
You
do
know?
something old.
Tell us about powder coating.
What do you want to know? This guy can do it. What do you
Yeah,
got to
you're
ask
looking
me?
at him.
Yeah,
You're
Well,
looking at him.
that's the thing is we've you take it to again. I don't want to say trial and error. At first, I'm sure it was,
It had to be.
but then it's to a
I'm not a
scientific.
powder coater. Nobody taught me
So,
this shit.
But this is the thing: is how far you take it
Yeah.
to not perfect it, because perfection is unachievable.
Correct.
But as damn good as you
Yeah.
can get it.
So I had dealt with at least 3 powder coaters in central Massachusetts. Actually, one of them down in Rhode Island. And it got to the point where I couldn't take parts back and reassemble wheels and feel good about them anymore. Because there was always something about them that was just too far off. If it was little defects, I can be totally fine with sending it out and figuring out how to, like, I can work with it, but not with some of the stuff that I was getting back. It's just not possible. So I had to teach myself how to powder coat, it's a heavy curve. It's a heavy curve, just like body work. It's all in the prep. Everything you do with powder coat is all in the prep work. So it took probably at least a year to try even figure out how to get a part that would come out that looked somewhat consistent. But I just kept working at it. Because by the time it was done, I can't send, if it's going to be a business, I can't send something out that's not up to my standards.
Mm-hmm.
And if I can't sub that work out, it's not going to work. I just have to figure it out. You buy the right parts, you buy the right tools, and then you just kind of work with them. And if something's not working for you, you sell it and you buy another tool and you buy whatever else you need to try and get where you have to be. I've seen enough 3-piece wheels. There's a lot of companies out there. Not to plug another company, but there's a dude in Canada, Roro Designs.
Roro is an awesome Instagram
Oh
follow,
my
by the way.
fucking God. This guy is he is probably the best powder coater in North America. I'm not kidding you. He is incredible. However, he is nice enough to reach out to me and give me advice over the last 2 years, and I just used that and I ran with it. I'm not too proud to admit that I don't know everything. I take whatever advice he can give me and I run with it. And he's helped me a lot in the last year, maybe 2 years probably. So it's been great. Take advice from people, change how you do things, and just run with it. And it's like if you have the drive, you can figure it out. It just takes a little time.
Yeah.
A little trial and error. Like I have enough of my own shit to powder coat that it's like I can just powder coat my
Right.
my own set of faces, and if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I'll strip them and start over.
Yeah.
Give somebody a tool, he'll turn it into
Exactly.
rose gold.
Center caps and frickin' wrenches, whatever it is.
Your process, like, take us through. So you've got a face, obviously. Like, let's take Chuck's wheels. He dropped off the ACs, right?
Yep.
So you've got this face. It's got way too many layers of powder coat on it.
Yes,
so
it does.
you have to strip it down.
Correct.
Is it chemical? Is
Chemical.
it?
It's
So
all
chemical.
chemical. Yeah, it's all. There's a lot of Roro. I think specifically, again, not to plug him over and over again. I don't want you to bring your shit to him, but I don't want you to bring it to me either because I don't have enough time.
Well, he's in Canada. That's a big enough problem.
So anyway, he strips completely mechanically,
Really?
which I think is great. Honestly, the time savings from full mechanical stripping would actually make me a lot more money, but I don't have the ability to do that. So I chemically strip all my shit down to bare aluminum, and then it gets off-gassed.
Okay.
Gets off-gassed at a 420 to 440 degrees for about 30 minutes.
So the off gassing is like that's the key here to like the puzzle.
It is the key. It is the key when you're talking about chemical stripping. Correct.
Because I've also spoken to Frank, who he's
Frank Shore Polish?
yes.
Oh yeah, he's a good air guy. Great guy. Shout out to Frank.
Yeah, he's an awesome guy. But he is like king of off gas.
Yes.
Like that's
It's the absolutely critical piece when it comes to chemical stripping.
Yeah.
100%.
So when chemical stripping versus mechanical stripping,
Mhm.
is there one that leaves the material too porous?
No.
Okay. So
No,
I
if you're going to mechanically strip, you're talking sandblasting or bead blasting.
yeah.
You're going to be in a spot where no matter what you do, the powder builds up so heavy that you wouldn't have a single clue
Yeah, that it right.
that
right.
it was mechanically stripped. It's not, powder doesn't go on like paint.
Yeah.
So from my past, I've always been a pro paint guy and a negative powder coat guy until somewhat recently, because paint goes on so thin that it leaves edges looking super sharp. So on a wheel like a BBS RF, specifically an RF, if you painted that, would look way better than if you powder coated it, because those critical lines that come down around the rounded edges stick out as a critical line. It was when you powder coat them, they kind of blend over into like a rounded edge.
Yeah.
So I've always been a pro paint guy. However, it's a shit ton of work and you can't make money doing it. It's not possible. There's so much prep work that goes into painting. And if you have one defect, you're done. It's over.
You're starting
Yeah,
over.
with powder, it's like if you prep the whole wheel the same way, the powder's going to go on fine, the clear's going to go on fine, everything's going to look good. So it's like I've kind of changed my tune a little bit over the last few years. Although if I was going to do my own set of BBS RFs, I'd paint them. 100% would paint them. But I forgot where I was going with any of that.
Just
Off-gassing.
powder coat in general. Yeah, the off gassing.
so we
off
we
gassing
chemical
is
strip,
critical.
We off gas 400, 425, and then
Yep.
where are we going from there?
After that, I take it and it gets blasted again, bead blasted again, and then it goes to my guy Pat. Shout out to my friend Pat. I hope he doesn't have COVID right now, but he said he might.
Oh
I think
boy.
I think he's full of shit.
T's and P's, buddy. T's and P's of Pat.
He's trying
He
to get a
drives a
2-week
Subaru,
vacation.
so
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
can't trust that guy.
Yeah, no surprise there with the vape.
yeah. Anyway,
Yep,
yeah.
the
So
vape.
he strips them again with again. I use methyl ethyl ketone (MEK). They get stripped down by hand. So he cleans every single part. Then they go back in the oven again. And then after they come out of the oven, they go directly to my powder coat booth, and that's when they get coated for the first time.
And coating.
Yeah.
Is there a particular voltage you like to work at? Does it depend on the powder?
It totally depends. No, it doesn't depend on the powder. It depends on the part.
Okay.
It depends on the part and how many small little intricate spots that it has. It depends how many big open spots it has. It totally depends. Typically, I will shoot in like a 80 kVA range, but it really totally depends. Like a standard face, like the LMGT2 faces I'm doing for Mr. Ransom Garage, those are going to be shot at probably like a 75 or an 80 range.
Do you determine that by feel?
Yes. Only because that's all I have.
I was going to say
Everything that I've ever done has been like by repetition and by feel. I don't have a guidebook.
So feel from previous builds.
Correct.
Essentially.
And if it doesn't work, I strip it and start
go
over because
back
I
to it.
refuse to send something out that's wrong.
Yeah.
So it just takes, it's a little trial and error, but over time it's like I have a formula in my head. I kind of know where I need to be.
Yeah. So what's the rest of the process? After it's sprayed, it obviously needs to get baked. Is there a rule of thumb to that?
It kind of depends. So a lot of the powders that I spray will require a clear on top. So it won't be done after I'm done with, say, like a Cortez bronze, it won't be done at that step.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll bake that for 385 or 400 for its 20 minutes, and then I'll pull it out and I'll let it cool. And then I will respray it at a lower kVA with clear coat, and then it goes back in the oven for the same amount of time. And then it comes out, and when it's done, at that point in time, it's ready to be unmasked and reassembled, assuming the lips and barrels are done.
Quick question with the chat here. Medium Performance asks, what do you use for an oven?
Well, my old oven.
So we can dance around this as needed.
Yeah, let's dance around this. My old oven that I used to use was a 4x6x8 that is no longer in my possession. So right now I'm using a Maycom. It's a smaller oven. It's like a 3x3x3 maybe. It's a smaller oven. I can do 2 faces or 3 faces at a time. It's definitely not efficient, but it allows me to be productive.
Yeah.
My old oven, at least I could do sets of wheels at a time, which was a game changer for me as far as efficiency goes. But I obviously don't have that. I don't have that ability anymore.
Is there a risk associated with doing faces at a different time? In other words,
No,
okay,
not for me.
For consistency,
Because I have it down to it's very calculated.
Okay.
If I was winging it, I could see how it would create a problem. The off gas stage is so important that if you don't have your times done properly, you're going to have a problem. The second you hit that with a powder and you put it back in the oven, if that aluminum face gets up to a higher temperature than it did when it was off gassing, you're going to have bubbles in it. It's going to look absolutely terrible. And you're literally starting over. So
right, so the off-gassing temp is higher than the cook temp after it's powdered.
It doesn't have to be higher, but it has to be longer. I do it for higher, but there's other ways to do it.
Okay.
I have multiple timers set up, so I know that how I'm doing it is replicated over and over and over again.
Using that Easy Bake Oven all those years ago really paid off, didn't it?
Yeah.
Locked it in.
That 60-watt light bulb is key.
Yeah.
So tell us about a couple of your cars. You have, well, actually, I don't even know if you still have it. You had, it might still be there, particular R32.
I don't have that. I sold that to a marketing guy at Volkswagen of America in Virginia.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I wish I could remember his name. I think he listens to this podcast. Super cool guy. But
shouts to him. Hey, come on, reach out.
That may or may not be on the showroom floor in Virginia right now. So that's like pretty cool.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah,
because that was low mileage.
40,000 original miles.
What's the boy? Is it Silver Arrow for those? I can't remember.
Yep.
Silver Arrow,
super clean. I mean, it had the
R32.
original Volkswagen clear bra on it. It was absolutely perfect.
Yep.
I didn't like it, so I'm glad I sold it. I drove it to H2O once. Yes, I still go to H2O.
Yeah.
For all you haters out there, I still go to H2O, and it was fun. It was okay, but it's not for me. Mark IVs don't fit me. I'm just too big.
I was gonna say you're a rather tall guy.
Yeah, I know Virgil can rock it, but I can't fucking do it.
What? So what do you have right now for projects?
I have an '86 Mercedes 560 SL that's been bagged. That's got a Recaro peanut butter interior with my custom wheels, 16 step to 17s, 17 by 10 in the rear, 17 by 8 in the front. It essentially lays frame right now. It needs a little bit of adjustment to actually touch the frame in the front, but it's way down there. It's, as far as I know, one of the only R107s bagged in the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fun car. I
That's a
love
bad
driving
mamma
it. It's
jamma.
a freaking V8. It's fun to drive, but
It's got a nifty trunk setup.
yes,
Yeah, I think sick.
Yeah, my friend Chance Hartwell did the whole trunk in it. It looks fantastic. I love it, but I haven't had a chance to drive it much. Last year was pretty busy.
Might come to a revival page near you soon.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
that'd
Maybe.
be awesome.
Um.
And I have a E31. Is it E31?
I don't
8
know,
Series?
I think it is 31.
8 Series
It's 8
E31. I have
series.
a 1993 850 CI, not a CSI. That'd be great. I could retire. It's a 850 CI, which is the V12. I love the thing. I drive it every day. In the
So,
summer, it's so much
I was
fun.
gonna
But
ask
it's,
you. You've been
V12, count them.
Yeah, it's not something you want to drive regularly because it'll leave you walking for sure.
Leave you
pushing that V12.
Are you walking because it just consumes so much gas, or just anything and everything?
It's not that bad on gas, but it's
Okay.
just old.
It can
man.
pass
It's-
anything but a repair shop, right?
Yes. They're not super reliable. There's so many parts that go wrong. Honestly,
Such a cool looking car.
with
though.
the V12, the best part about that is if most of the time you're not going to lose all 12 cylinders. You're only going to lose 6.
Yeah.
So you can take parts from one side to the other and try and like
At
troubleshoot
least-
what's wrong.
Right, limp
And it will
yourself home.
drive in limp mode.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not crazy unreliable.
I mean, BMWs are known for their 12s. They're known for their 6s.
Right.
You got to get a
Yes.
sweet 6 out of that thing.
I
Right, they just
love
took
that
2 of
car.
them.
If
Yeah.
it wasn't worth so much money, I would drive that thing into the ground, but I just can't. At some point in time, I have to just get rid of it. It's got 130,000 miles. It's like on the cusp. I can't keep driving it.
That thing's so good.
I had a Mercedes 2007 E350 wagon until yesterday.
She
Oh,
went?
right, because that was, I remember you telling us about that one. That was somewhat inherited, I think, right?
No.
Something.
This is a car I've been working on for 2 years.
Oh, jeez, okay.
2007. So it's supposed to be like the ultimate in reliability. The E350 is supposed to be like the best. This is the biggest piece of shit I've ever owned. I've replaced so many parts on this car. It's crazy. So I decided to take it to Maine for its maiden voyage on Monday.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
it made it there just fine.
Yeah.
And then on the way home, I made it 20 minutes home, and it decided to quit on the side of 295.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that's where it still is?
I did what most normal people would do, and I opened up my phone, and I decided that I'm going to find the closest used car dealership to buy a car to drive home with.
Yeah.
There aren't any. I was so far out in Maine, there wasn't even a used car dealership.
Oh, man.
I rented a U-Haul to drive home, and I called the local salvage yard to come pick up my 2007 station wagon on the side of the highway and tow it to
Jesus.
the fucking junker.
And that's that.
It's gone.
That's all
It's
she
done. Well, yeah.
Sometimes you got to say goodbye. You
That's
know?
it. I was happy about it. Middle finger in the air. Get the fuck out of here. So I'm not a car guy.
That's fucking awesome. See ya.
Rick V-Dub wrote in the chat, Sean Maynard at VW, I believe, is who you sold your R to.
I recognize that name. Yeah, that's probably about right.
It's probably
Honestly,
the
I
one.
don't. I
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah.
I'm bad with names.
Not to
Shout
be,
to Sean.
shouts to Maynard Tool.
Yes.
What's next for you over the next couple of months? Besides, besides the obvious
Building wheels.
world we fucking live in.
My goal, if I had to say in the next 8 months, I had a goal, would be to tread water until June or July. Make sure that I'm whole where I walk away from where I was before, because that's not done yet.
Yeah.
I can't go into depth on that, but make sure I'm whole everywhere. And I think I'm going to go hard in the paint, honestly, if that saying is okay. I think
Sure.
I'm going to go pretty deep.
Or I'd say harden the powder.
Yeah,
Hard on the
that's
powder.
pretty good.
Depends.
I like that. I think at this point in time, the business model has proven itself. And I have to make a jump is
Okay.
really what it comes down to. I just need to wait and make sure that things are settled everywhere else.
Yep.
That would be my goal.
Yep.
But if that doesn't work out, then I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. It's been a hobby before it was a business, and if I have to branch it back to a hobby, I'll just
Right,
keep
that's
doing
it.
it as a hobby.
Yep.
It's that simple. I'm never not going to have 100 set of wheels that I own myself.
I was going to say, clearly, the wheel passion runs very deep with you.
Yeah.
It's just, you genuinely love it and get.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't
excited
really
and
understand a lot of the car shit you guys talk about, but I can put wheels on anything.
Just dive into
and
it.
I can
right.
bag anything. It's like one of those things that's tough for me.
We got a set for the MCV. We're going to need to figure something out for that.
Sure, let's do it.
Yeah.
Super RSs.
Oh, my God.
He's so good.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, if you boys, unless you boys have some additional questions for Nick, we can get into the questions from the rest of the people.
Let's get in some general questions.
I got
And,
one last quick one.
There we go.
I asked what the favorite. Well, Josh asked what the favorite manufacturer was. I asked what the favorite wheel was.
Don't ask me what my least favorite is.
What is your least favorite wheel?
I can't.
What is it?
I'm literally.
There's got to
not
be
gonna
something.
say it.
There's got to be some set you've seen. and you're
Oh,
like,
I've got a bunch of them.
Yeah.
A bunch of
No. But like as far as design goes, or like something you've looked at and you've just been like, why would they ever have made like something like this?
Didn't Josh say we couldn't throw companies under the bus?
It's not a company.
Yeah, if you were going to talk, we're going to say strictly designs. Because I won't mention any companies.
Yeah.
If we're going to say strictly designs, I would say. Oh man, that's tough. I don't know.
How about I narrow it down that you've been given to refinish?
Oh, that's pretty simple. The Advan SA3s.
Yeah.
That's a single piece 3-spoke wheel
Yep.
with a diving in face into a 3-inch lip.
Oh, I know
You
what wheels
literally
those
can't
are.
get your freaking hands in
Yeah.
there. They suck.
Yeah.
However, when I finish them, they look great on my customer's Subaru SVX. I wish I could remember
An
his name.
SVX?
Oh,
I'm
I
sure
know
he
that
listens.
car.
Yeah.
It's purple.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Dude, they came out freaking awesome, but I don't want to refinish another set of those ever again.
I didn't know they were one piece.
Dude,
Yeah.
I found
Well,
a set of those.
It's a welded 2-piece.
Oh, okay.
I think
okay.
the ones that I had were a welded 2-piece, but a lot of them are single piece. It just depends on how old they are.
I found
Yeah.
a set of those for the Mira, the K car.
No.
I like how
Skipping them.
with
Sell 'em.
those
I'm passing.
Just imagine how much fun those will
Get
be to
rid of 'em.
refinish.
how
Yeah,
funky
13.
people get with like refinishing those, where like people get real wild with colors.
Of course they
For
do.
some reason, specifically with that wheel.
I don't even work on single piece wheels.
Yeah.
Like I don't take them in. But this guy was referred to by friends, so I took these in specifically because I don't like working on a 1-piece wheel. It's a lot more work, honestly. Like a lot
Yeah.
of these powder coaters, when you talk about like the bigger companies in say Massachusetts or Rhode Island that will just take a single piece wheel in and strip it and coat it. They're just send that wheel out in all silver. So they
Yeah.
coat the factory machine work, they coat the factory face all in one color.
Yeah.
It looks absolutely terrible. I can't do that. That
Yeah.
wheel to me would have to be stripped down. I'd have to machine the lip and then recoat the face. It's like it's a lot more work to do that than it would be to do a 3-piece wheel.
You still have those Borbet Type A's that are 15 inches.
I've got 2 sets of them.
You got 2 sets.
Yeah.
I only
a
knew about
14 and
one.
a 15.
Oh, is it someone own the 15s?
The 15s are owned. The 14s are not. They're mine.
Well, how wide are the 14s?
4?
7 probably.
Come on.
No, you need a 16.
No,
Not your framer. Get a 16. You're.
15s look like it's a giraffe on
I'm
that
gonna
car.
come back here tomorrow and just notch your frame. And just be done with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're fine.
Yeah.
We can keep the questions rolling.
Let's keep them going.
Young Connor, shouts to Young Connor.
Young Connor.
I love
Favorite
young Connor.
favorite car / color / paint code. I think just general question.
Yeah, E46 Phoenix.
Oh,
The
Phoenix
yellow.
Gold?
Yellow,
Oh,
yeah.
Phoenix yellow,
Phoenix
yeah.
Gold.
Phoenix
Which one?
yellow.
Phoenix
The
Gold.
piss-
Oh
the piss
yeah,
color.
he'll love that too. He's
Baby
an E46
poop.
guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. He does have
I
E46.
fucking love that car. You just can't buy them anymore. They don't exist.
I honestly, yeah. There's
You
some,
can. There's just a lot of money.
there's some hard to find green color ones that are popping up recently, and I'm
Yes.
like, man,
Yeah,
Must
The
be the one.
E46 market is nuts. I
Oh,
should
yeah,
have
it's
kept
going
my. I had
crazy
a
now.
330 ZHP. I should have kept that. Even the ZHPs are going crazy right
yeah,
now.
yeah.
yeah.
Everybody's.
I'm
crazy.
E368 Evergreen that you can get on the clown shoes. Evergreen's my
Oh,
favorite
yes,
BMW
that's
color
a
ever.
great color.
Yeah.
It's like weird off green.
mint.
Oh,
It's almost minty.
it's kind of minty. Yeah.
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 I don't have favorite color.
Don't you dare.
Okay,
Tropicana
I
orange.
mean, oh God, that was.
What's that Porsche blue color?
Maritime?
What's
Mexico.
No, you saw it at my shop. That Porsche blue, that real light.
Golf.
You called it out. I had it on a center cap.
It wasn't Mexico. Bahama. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't know it anymore. Tiffany.
That's my second favorite color, but I can't.
I know what
recall
color
it.
you're talking about. I can't remember the name of that color at all. Miami blue?
Yes, that's
Miami
it.
blue.
Yes,
the
it was
new
Miami
new
blue.
Oh, that's
Porsche
the
blue.
new-
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, that color
Incredible
is
color.
fantastic.
I've been into reds lately. I want another red car someday.
Guards red.
Guards, Amola,
Tornado pink, Mark III.
Porco Rosso.
Tornado pink. I had a Tornado red Mark IV.
Arena red.
Might still be red. I don't know.
Oh,
I haven't-
Arena
who knows
red.
where it is.
Arena red's
Quite
cool
possibly
color.
the best red. Yeah.
Let's see what R _A Designs.
RA Designs.
What has been the most special set of wheels you've ever refinished, and why were they Gotti G1001s?
Yeah.
I love that wheel. I actually sold my personal set of those and regretted it ever since. However, that was not my favorite set. I did a set of 16-inch RSs that were face mounted with 1/2-inch lips.
That's
and
really
to,
cool.
Yep.
Well, to do that, that's the thing. To do that, a 1/2-inch BBS lip will actually not touch a barrel if you lay it on top. Think about that. You have
Yep.
a barrel and a lip. Ignore the face. The mounting flange on the lip literally won't touch the barrel. The gap, it's such a big drop center that it won't touch. So I had to machine these 13-inch spacers that indexed with the barrel and the lip and allowed me to face mount the face on top of the lip. So it was essentially a 4-piece wheel by the time I was done.
Right.
Damn,
That
that's
is
fancy.
easily my favorite wheel I've ever done. And it was done with all OE parts. It was because you can buy these replica parts over in the UK and you can face mount 16-inch RSs and 1/2-inch lips and 0 lips all day long.
Yeah.
But I did it with OE parts, which I thought was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
0 lips would be really
0
cool.
lips, yes. That was my favorite set.
Not from stock just writes. Just
from
wanted to
stock.
wish you guys Merry Christmas. Thanks for the entertainment.
Oh, Merry
Oh,
Christmas,
thank
buddy.
you.
Thank you.
Christmas.
Have a great Christmas. Dirty Mark 2, greatest prank you've
Dirty
ever
Mark
played on
2.
someone, i.e. Corey's sour cream Cool Whip prank.
What's this prank? I never heard of this.
Corey's
Uh,
a terrible person.
yeah,
That's fucking amazing.
we exchanged sour cream for Cool Whip and didn't tell someone.
On his ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
That's fighting words.
That's
Yeah.
rough.
Yeah, just thought it didn't go well.
Wow.
Understandably so.
Yeah.
I can't think of. I'm sure I'm going to think of it.
I put underglow in my buddy's
Days.
car that came on
That's
when you put
really
the headlights
good.
on.
That's one of the best stories.
Yeah.
We
ever.
went to China. He lost his passport, got stuck there, left his car at my house. It's like we're putting underglow on this bitch, and just hooked it to the headlight switch, so he'd never be out of it took him forever to find out. It was amazing. Shout out to Sam, what a great guy.
It's the best, the absolute best. Ransom Garage, just a PSA. He writes, Tokyo Auto Salon is canceled and will be a virtual show on January 15th at 9 a.m.
You going?
Excellent.
No,
It looks like we're all going this year, baby.
January
We're all going,
15th, 9
baby.
a.m. I don't know what day that is. I might have something to do.
Get my COVID shot.
Yeah.
Carl Built.
Carl Bills.
He just writes, how will you spend your 350% interest payday loan from the government?
I'm going to buy one set of wheel bolts.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I'm gonna-
Or wait, what was it before, Corey? You have $600.
Oh, my
wow.
God.
I have $600. Looks like I'm going to open up that restaurant I've always wanted to with $400, then put $200 down on a house for a down payment.
There you go. There you go.
I'm probably going to give it to Nick for some new lips I need for the
Yeah,
wheel.
there you go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy 100 5.56 rounds. Thanks, government.
Stunt Nuts.
Stunt nuts.
Stunt Nuts 4130. Battery maintainer of choice.
Oh, I use the battery tender.
Yeah,
I get a big 4 bank and then I get some minis.
Yeah, I think that's kind of industry standard.
Just that
for-
brand,
for
yeah, the
most.
battery
I guess
tender.
C-Tech's incredible, but it's also incredibly expensive. So listen, I don't need what the Ferrari guys use.
Yeah, I don't know. So they have that proprietary system you like Ferrari gives you or you need to buy with the
No,
car.
it's C-Tech's.
Oh, is that what it is?
C-Tech makes it for me. Yeah, C-Tech stuff's awesome, but it's just like my shit's not that special.
Yeah.
It's a battery.
Just
Ten.
it'll last. It'll be okay.
I usually run a couple wires from the plug right on there.
Jeremiah
Jeremiah
just writes, thank you guys for a great year of entertainment. I hope to see you all at Euro Tripper. Hey, you know what, Jeremiah? Thank you for listening to us and supporting us. And we hope that,
We can be at Eurotripper.
you know, if they're going to allow us to go places next year,
We
we're
can
going to
take that
fucking go
van.
everywhere. We're going to be in the van.
I don't even know what
everywhere.
Euro Tripper is, but okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Throwing the family in the back. We're just fucking going.
Yeah.
We're just going places. Doesn't matter. MF Mad Money. This one is for Chuck.
MF Man Money.
What would you say is the best beginner snowboard?
Oh my God, that's pretty silly because I haven't been a beginner for a long time. But you know, I've recently turned on to just buying sloppy park noodle boards. It's like my favorite shit ever. I got a Scott Stevens Pro by Capita. I think they still make that board. They definitely do. Maybe it's not the best beginner board, but man, you can have so much fun just effing around on a park board anywhere. It's great in the woods, great on the bumps, great in the park, great on urban street rails, which is you really want to start on the rails out in the city. Yeah, I don't know. Get some floppy shit. Also, ask Jingles the Clown on Instagram. He's better than me. He's sold snowboards forever. We were talking about recommending snowboards today. He knows everything.
If you take one
Unless
thing,
you tell him you're going to the bumps, he has no idea what you're going to do with that.
if you take one thing away from this episode, get some floppy shit.
Floppy shit.
Get that floppy shit.
Get that
That's
Manscaped.
it.
Clean up that floppy shit.
I'm Tanisi.
I am Thanisi.
If
I
you
believe
had
it's Thanasi,
Thanasi, I'm
but
Thanasi.
I'll take Thanisi because that's tradition.
Thanasi. If you had to replace your daily with something of equal value, what is it? Then he writes, "Happy Honda Days."
Equal value to my
Equal
daily.
value
Probably
to-
a leather couch for my living room.
Yeah, I was gonna say equal value. I'm getting an electric scooter.
Yeah, I mean, are we talking new? I don't even have a daily, so looks like I'm using my fucking feet.
Yeah.
If the Honda deal will come to terms, I replace it with a Type R.
There you go.
heard me.
If I had a choice right now, let's go Ford for Ford.
Is it what I think my daily's worth? We get all sorts of different opinions here.
I'm in on a Raptor as a daily. I just
Same,
am. I just
for a
am.
day.
I just it would suck like dealing with parking it.
Suck day two. But day one, you'd be the king of the fucking
Yeah.
world.
I just don't go anywhere that I would ever like be an issue. Like I just don't go far.
Right.
Your
think,
driveway would be an issue with the Raptor.
I was just gonna say my
What do you
driveway
mean?
is the
I
biggest
literally
problem.
I have the whole road. The road is mine. I have my yard. I can park right in my yard.
Park right there.
Yeah.
Especially in a Raptor.
I have the golf course across the street. Yeah. You want to see me fuck shit up?
That's
Hey,
what
for a
every
rip.
that's what every F-150 driver.
I don't know,
it
fence
says,
just
is
came
the road
down.
is
Yeah.
mine. just fucking ingrained on their
Yeah.
fucking dashboard. Fucking Steve.
Fucking Steve. Saw him today. Big shout.
Shouts to fucking Steve. Thoughts on GE window sealant to seal wheels?
This guy,
Wait.
he's so calculated. I can't wait to meet him. He's questioned me on this before. My answer will always be, fuck no.
We
Solid fuck no.
recorded the video at Nick's garage, and he specifically moved whatever wheel sealant he used. I can't fucking remember, and I
Yes.
wish I could because I would call it out right now. Out of the back of the, he's like, this can't be in the shot. This can't be in the shot.
And you want to know what's funny is that he specifically has called me out on this before.
Really?
This guy. You know what? I'm going to message fucking Steve on
Yeah.
the side and be like, listen, dude, this is what I use.
Yeah.
Just because he's so persistent on this one thing.
He is a friend of ours.
Yeah.
He's a great dude.
And he's a friend of a great friend, and they work together. So if he might be able to keep a secret.
I don't even need him
might.
to keep his secret.
Okay.
He deserves it at this point.
Okay.
It's been 2 years in the making. I'm not kidding you. I will tell him what's up. However, please don't use GE silicone. Hashtag 3-piece wheels. Please don't use that. It does not work.
So like the
There's a
GE
thing
clear
called-
silicone, is that what people?
Yes.
Oh,
It
man.
literally counteracts with aluminum as soon as it gets wet.
Oh boy.
Well,
wheels don't get wet, I
It's
mean.
designed. As soon as you put air in it,
I
you're
was gonna
introducing
say, yeah.
moisture.
Yeah, there's no moisture in air at all.
No,
Yeah.
it's really freaking bad. And every time I've ever resealed a set of wheels that had GE silicone, you could peel off the entire seal in one piece.
That's the good though,
It's
right?
not, no.
Easy to
I
remove.
guess for me,
Easy
I
to remove.
suppose, but
Yeah.
not for the person who had to put a tire on it.
Yeah.
I'll talk to him. He deserves it.
I mean, after
He's
2
a
years,
trooper.
After 2 years, it's pretty
Listen, that guy knows.
good. Michael_Duart97. No
Michael
question
Duart.
from me. Just Merry Christmas, boys.
Merry
to you as
Christmas.
well.
Merry Christmas, my friend.
Let's see. 3-6 Matt Fia. Oh, what are you boys planning on
3-6
spending
Matt Fia.
your $600 stimulus check on? We'll see if we even get it.
Socks.
Yeah, my
Oh
shoes.
man,
I
new
don't know.
socks for every day of the year. That's how you make 2021 the best year.
$600. $600 on socks is not a bad plan.
You know how great it would be to have a new pair of socks?
It is
Dude, I'll tell you what,
not a
every
bad
day.
plan.
That's
I
pretty
bought
good.
24 pairs of socks not too long ago.
We've talked about this before.
It was fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
It's-
we've talked about
it's
this
fucking
before.
It really-
24 days.
24 days of paradise.
Yeah.
I
So
just churn them and burn them. If the government's giving me $600 a year, I'm wearing new socks every day for the rest of my life.
I'd go new undies before I go new socks.
Would you really?
See,
I would do it.
I don't gotta worry
These
about
are
a mess.
just worn in.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm just. There are things that I just can't force myself to buy, even though I should buy them.
Yeah.
To when other socks need replacing, for instance, like, and I just never do. But then once you do, it's like new windshield wipers.
Dude, let me give you
It's fucking. It's like.
let me give you
This is
a
the best
line
thing
on these
ever.
socks I just got.
My
all
mom
right?
asks me all the time, she's like, "What do you want for Christmas?" I tell her new socks. She's like, "I don't want to get you new socks. That's not fun." I'm like, "Mom, 31 years old. I will buy myself anything under the sun,
Whatever I want.
besides
Except socks.
new socks."
This is literally like a ticket to the Jelly of the Month Club.
Boys,
Yeah.
if,
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
boys, if you're looking for new socks, because I go through socks, I got these Dickies men's dry tech. I'll tell you what, fucking out of control.
Dickies
Dickies?
Men's Dry Tech.
I tried the Amazon Essentials. I'll blow those things out in 2 ways. The Hanes,
big toe blowing right
Ultimate,
through.
the Fresh IQs. I'll tell you what, also total bullshit. But if you're going Dickies Men's Dry Tech, seriously, next level sock.
I bet you
Really?
Carhartt makes some pretty good socks.
Probably, but I'm
probably
telling you,
do.
these Dickies socks are out of. I'm wearing a pair right now. I can feel how nice they are.
Yeah.
It's like the third, fourth wear.
Speaking of socks, I have the socks that English Ben sent to me for Christmas last year.
Shout to English Ben.
Ian K.
Ian K.
In your opinion, what's the most overhyped wheel?
Oh, there you are.
BBS RS2.
RS2.
Yeah.
Ooh, all right.
Only in the 3-piece version. That's the most overhyped wheel for sure.
Yeah.
Because the majority of them are legitimately unsafe. That's a 2-piece wheel to begin with that somebody converted to a 3-piece. There are very few RS2 wheels that can be converted to 3-piece safely, but a lot of these companies are taking these faces and machining them so they fit into 3-piece parts and bolting them together with 20 bolts and just shipping them out the door. And
Oh, you showed me
that's
that at the
complete
shop.
craziness. The last few sets I did 16 hidden bolts and 16 exposed, so it was
Yeah.
a 32-bolt wheel, which still isn't even that safe. And I only did that as like an off-road wheel. The RS2 is super overhyped as a 3-piece wheel.
Wow,
That's my
okay.
opinion.
Okay.
I think they look good. I think they're fantastic. If I could just park my car on them forever and take pictures, I'm in.
Yeah.
If I had to drive on them, no. That's my opinion.
Let's
me.
see.
Don't at me.
That's Mr. Josh Pelletier
at
to
me.
you. That's Mr. Josh Pelletier to you.
Josh Pelletier.
What's your
Math.
favorite dinosaur?
All the dinosaurs as a kid are all gone now, right? Didn't
no,
they
there's
change
still,
them all?
there's still a T-Rex.
Oh, really? He's still around?
Still around.
What do you mean they
Still
changed them?
Velociraptor.
I don't think
I
I'm too
thought they
old to
changed all the
understand.
good
I
dinosaurs.
like the
around.
Brontosaurus.
Brontosaurus is good.
I'm pretty sure that's not a real one. Didn't they get rid of all the good
Brontosaurus,
dinosaurs?
Stegosaurus
And then
is
we
good.
talked about this before. What's to
Brachiosaurus?
do with the little
Long
triangles
neck?
on its back?
That's a stegosaurus.
Stegosaurus. Yeah,
Stegosaurus.
he's pretty cool.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah, pterodactyl. I mean, that's a bird.
I'm a Velociraptor man. I like those.
Velociraptors are the ones. They're kind of like
That's
the
for
wolf
me.
of the dinosaur.
That's
Yeah.
for me. That's
Yeah.
the old dino wolf.
I'm trying to be the Chris Pratt. You know?
Just the,
Yeah, you can talk to him. Yeah, you can talk to him. Feed him. Yeah. Come here, Blue. Yeah.
No, that seems like a good move.
yeah. Dead, broken, but ugly. Wow,
Tonga.
I haven't heard him from. Jesus
Yes.
Christ, how many questions did he
Freaking
send
Tony. He sent a bunch of them.
in? Why do you listen to trash rap? You're an adult. I don't know.
You know what? It's his fault.
I assume that's a direct.
That is a direct inside joke.
Okay.
He turned me on to Young Gravy.
Oh, I don't know. Young
I don't-
Gravy.
None of you should ever listen to that.
Yeah.
Believe me.
However, if you had a 3-year-old daughter, she would think it was funny as shit.
There you go.
Because, I don't know, it's pretty funny and catchy. However, it's trash rap, so he's not
Yeah.
wrong. It's his fault.
I don't know if I'm ever going to listen to Young Gravy.
You should look it up
I don't know.
just for a
if
minute.
that'll
It's a
ever
solid
happen.
name.
You and
Just
where Young
1
Ben's
minute.
at.
Young Gravy.
It's a solid name.
I mean,
Just look it up for a minute and then
it's-
quit.
Just
But
spend a little time with it.
it's just
See how it feels.
you didn't put much thought into it, right? Young Gravy. It's
I
just
know,
like,
that
you know
was-
what?
he didn't.
Gravy's
was-
my favorite side.
That was a rap name generator.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Young Gravy, young potato.
Yeah.
From what I understand, he throws like rotisserie chickens at the crowd during his live events.
Dude, that's my rap name is Young Capusta.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
listen to it one time.
It's your boy,
Young Capicola,
Young Capusta.
Yeah.
young salami.
Yeah.
Throw salamis at the crowd.
The little gabagool.
Oh God, Ronan _H21.
Ronan.
Just want to say happy Christmas to all you guys,
Merry
and I
Christmas.
believe there's a congratulations in order for him too. Right?
Yes,
believe
car's
so.
running.
So,
Congratulations,
congrats,
buddy.
Congrats, buddy.
Saw that thing doing tunnel runs.
Also,
congratulations on the proposal.
dead broken, but ugly again.
Oh.
Not a question. Keep an eye on John Blaze. He likes to break chairs and roll away into the woods. I'm again assuming
Yeah,
that's a
another inside joke.
I heard about
Okay.
that incident.
Another drunken night inside joke. But it wasn't me that was drunk. I don't drink.
There you go. See?
grape whistle.
Grape whistle.
Grape
Top name.
_ whistle.
Yeah, love that.
Where did Taco Bell go most wrong with their menu change?
When they deleted nacho cheese from their chalupas. S my D, bro.
When they got rid of the cheesy potato burrito.
I was going to say when they got rid of
they
the
did get rid of that one too.
mini shredded chicken quesadillas.
I'm
I just
fine
want
with them.
nacho cheese on my chalupas. That's it.
Do they They still have
It's
nacho
gone.
cheese?
You can order it like as
On
an
the side.
extra, but most places don't do it. They're like, wait, what do you want for a chalupa?
I said I want
That's what they
nacho
do.
cheese instead of beef in it.
Yeah, but they're
Can you
like,
make that
wait,
happen?
we only have supreme chalupas. They screwed it up.
Fuckers.
They screwed it up.
They still got that Baja Blast, though, right?
And the one by my house closes at 9 p.m.
Oh, my God.
You're not gonna make it.
p.m.? Really?
Yeah,
You're not gonna make it.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I got no
Oh
beef
my
with them.
God.
Crunchwrap's still good.
Jake_MX5. Here's a perfect
Jake
one.
MX5.
Here's a perfect one to think about while all you are traveling to your Christmas, Christmas
allowed.
Eve event.
To my
Not
Christmas
allowed.
house that I live in.
Oh yeah, you can't even do that.
Yeah,
Right, never mind. Yeah, you can't even fucking
With
do
my
anything.
Christmas family.
Forgot all about that. Yeah, so while you're inside doing nothing, Jake_MX5 poses the question: how long is too long to wear a pair of underwear?
I don't know.
I see it as you got 4 uses: inside, outside, front, and back.
Wow. Wow.
That's much more than I
Wow.
typically go.
Fucking Confucius.
I was going to say 2, but
Jesus.
No.
Wow.
If you
Fucking, this guy's wonderful.
if you got some shit going on,
he's put thought into this. This isn't even a joke. He's
You
thought
got-
about
I
this.
know, dude.
you
Look-
got regular.
yeah, but you're going to be
and
skid
backwards.
marking your jeans once you're inside out.
You have to.
Right? How'd you?
There's a
Front and
combination.
back.
Why is there a skid mark on your fly?
There's a combination to this. You know.
Because you fucking warm front and back.
No. On day 3 and 4, that's when shit can get messy. But on days 1 and 2,
You gotta keep it
You
clean.
gotta keep it high and tight.
They're reps, but I keep them clean.
Yeah.
Wow. I think if you're in the zone where you're doing a 4-day stint, you're maybe high and tight's not your priority.
yeah. Maybe go out and spend some money on some socks and underwear.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
you don't skip the socks. Just wear sandals.
Because I was gonna say, like, at most, you're like, all right, I wore them this day, but I got to change them tomorrow.
Yeah,
like that.
I don't know.
That's like,
I think 4 is
I'm
achievable.
thinking 24-hour stretch that you're fine.
Yeah.
Whether a little bit this day, a little bit that day, fine.
Yeah, I
But
mean, if you're running them even like 2 days, it's getting a little. It's a little
getting-
fucking long in
yeah,
the tooth.
Yeah,
They're disposable after 4. After 4,
4 days.
they go.
Yeah, those are out of the
I was gonna-
collection.
yeah.
There's
The
not
fleet-
even
we're
a
gonna
thread there
have to-
anymore.
Yeah, 4 days. There's no saving those things.
We have to thin the herd.
Those go to the dump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they got to go to Nick to get fucking chemical
Yeah,
decomposed
you put those outside in the can.
and gassed. They have
It's
to get
not going
fucking
inside.
gassed.
And those go in the trash pit in the ocean.
Yeah, exactly.
Sit around out there.
Throw them in with your battery.
Yeah.
Turn them into a net to catch the trash.
There you go.
That is it. Nick, thank you very much for coming to
Yeah,
hang out.
thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. It's been great.
You clearly have a passion for what you do, and you make some cool ass shit. So
It's
I
fun as
wish you the
shit.
best moving forward.
It
I
is the
appreciate
best.
everybody that keeps bringing me all their garbage to fix. I think it's fantastic.
We're glad you're here to be our garbage man.
Yeah,
That's
it.
right.
And
Garbage man.
collect underwear and make some wheels.
Yeah, there we go.
Don't
Yeah.
bring me your underwear, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. As always, we will be back next week. Have a great, wonderful, happy, healthy Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.